The dream itself is of Bastion and Peltast arriving at this monastery, and Asalam, their commander, she was the commander of the 41st Mechanical Unit Brigade, is just staring at the sky, screaming one long, continuous note before she just collapses of exhaustion, having not recharged for several days. Just screamed for 6 days straight, and then fell dead to the ground.
Well, fuck me, that's cheerful.
Hello everybody, welcome to episode 11 of Cassiopeia, Crossing Over. I'm going to go first to Miyago. Please introduce yourself.
All right. I'm Miyago Prime. I am playing Bastion. Bastion is a warforged battlesmith artificer, along with his little steel defender phalanx, and he has decided to destroy all biological life like Ultron.
Nice. A complete switch. We go next to Jazilla.
Hi, I'm Drusilla. I will be playing Rockhan Debris, who is the son of an Earth God, who is also here to destroy all biological life.
As you all know, Cassiopeia has been an evil campaign the entire time. I come next to Lavi.
Hello, I'm Lavi. I'll be playing Ilovia Blight Frightener Valu Nanati, who is a Great Old One Warlock Barbarian.
Nice. And we come lastly to James. Elena.
Yever is so tired of going last that he's decided to take up gun training. I play Yever Adelin. He's a pacifist. He's a preservation cleric who does no harm, and he's currently intrigued as to the... Oh my god, we've got so many different magical circles. The anima. I went through mystics and yeah, all of the above. But yeah, we got there in the end. No circle. Just...
Great.
Yes.
So, last time, you guys were leaving Cinnabaro in order to properly facilitate the escort of Ethereum to Riverworth for Nicholas Gray. Successfully, you guys managed to do it. After dealing with an ambush from the Anima, seeing this Yuan-Ti woman who I unmistakably said her name. I won't say it again in case you guys forgot. But you guys managed to get the truck, the 1844 custom, to Riverworth with the help of Casamine and Alexander. However, making through, the Yuan-Ti ended up summoning a huge serpent, but she seemed to have let you all go. You guys drove through. She let you go. God damn it! Don't say she didn't. As you guys drove through, made it back to Riverworth, and with the amazing idea from Miyago and a few others, kind of like your idea, you sent Zeltrin alone in the car ahead of everybody to save some of the Ethereum to make sure you guys had at least a little bit, just in case things really did take everything went tits up pretty much. However, you made it back to Riverworth. You found Zeltrin. Rakan and Zeltrin went out for a drink. A water for Rakan, and Miyago, Elovia, and I missed it, Miyago, Elovia, Bastion, Elovia, and Yeva went to make sure the delivery of the goods was completed in full. As Yeva had shaken the hand of Casamine, you saw that he had a specific tattoo in his hand, one of a dragon surrounding a gold coin. And as you guys all walked away and made your way back to the Unsung Detective Agency, Yeva saw from the corner of his eye Zita Sharp, the Lion Librarian, who had unveiled to be part of the Anima. In the alleyway, Zita had opened up a portal and had taken Yeva with him, saying that this was an invitation extended only to him, leaving Elovia and Bastion alone in the alleyway. Meanwhile, on the other side of Riverworth, Rakan and Zeltrin were leaving the bar, leaving the Last Light pub, when Rakan saw these two red dots tracing up Zeltrin's body before gunshots. His chest and stomach exploded as he fell to the ground, covered in blood, and then Rakan was shot in the back. And then as he lay there, almost seeing his death from staring from a red eye coming from the shadow, he heard another click of the gun. But he was saved. 2 tower shields covered him as the bullets bounced off. And a Goliath turned to face Rackham, asking him if he knew Olovia, and telling him that his name was Volcom. Now we continue. But not what you might think. We will continue from Olovia and Bastion's point of view. You have just seen Yeva disappear into a wall beyond the portal. From the portal, you actually saw a large spire that seemed to stretch infinitely into the sky, and a large plane where you could see people in there practicing magic and all sorts. Some people flying and all types of things. Something definitely very different than what you've seen so far in Rivermouth. But you do know you guys have a job to do. You have to go get paid. You guys were on your way to go see Nicholas regardless. So, what are we doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna look over to Bastion. What the fuck?
I trust Yeva to make a good choice. He's been all around a long time. He didn't make it to
Yeah,
this
but-
old by being reckless.
It's not that I don't trust him with that. What the fuck are we supposed to do? Nicholas asked specifically for Yeva, and here we are, Yeva-less.
Yeva-less. The job was done. That should be all that matters to him. We can tell him that Yeva is indisposed.
If you say so.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll head out to find Nicholas.
Okay. Easy enough. I would say this. I would assume that you would do this anyway. That you guys make your way to the Unsung. You go and pick up the car, and and drive your way over to Nicholas, to the estate of Tierslin. Going back through the district of Gilding. The guards don't stop you. They know you well enough, and you make your way to Tierslin. The gate's open for you.
We're walking. Should we have told Yeva, like, left a note from him? Or something?
We have means of communication. When he's back, he can let us know.
Okay, so that's not like, there's no range on that?
Well, I imagine we probably can't contact him right now, but when he gets back to Rivenworth, I imagine he can contact us.
Alright.
If not, he knows where the Unsung is, and he may have other magics at his disposal.
Just don't want him worrying. We've been doing some shady shit recently. Like, there are
been a part of it.
probably people coming for our asses.
I don't believe Nicholas is a particularly shady individual.
No, like with the animal. And I'm kind of lowering my voice as I say this. I mean,
I don't know that we have been getting involved with the anima.
but that whole shipment thing, he almost,
Oh,
we
yes.
could have
Far
died.
from that. Indeed. They might not have a particularly high opinion of us, but
Yeah, and don't you have a stalker?
you mean the Azure Eye?
Yeah, again,
Is he with the
we've
anima?
been doing some pretty shady shit. Who knows? It could be another group that's after us.
Indeed.
I'm just saying he might worry.
You're not wrong. These are valid concerns.
As you're talking, you watch as the door swing open as a familiar Warforged servant comes out. He's Master Nicholas will see you now if you come. And he
Absolutely.
steps to the side, and as you guys all walk in, he leads you a little bit into the house, but he keeps you. I don't think you guys have actually never been to his office. He keeps you on the first floor as he continues to walk you back a little further and further. He makes another quick right past the this large like ballroom. It's like And as he passes by there's a small little door with a it's like a gold frame with a just like frosted glass and like these nice little like floral like vine like patterns etched into it. You just slightly see in between. You can see from beyond the glass just the shadow of Nicholas behind a desk, like a wooden desk, as you just come in. As the door opens, and you can see him sitting there. He's like thumbing through some papers, and you see as he still has like a lit cigarette that's in the ashtray, but it's like he hasn't smoked from it for a while, but it's just there. Um,
Actually gonna ask if he smoked.
does. um, but as he sees you, just Yeva's not with you.
See, I
He
told
is
you that we were
indisposed.
Yaveless.
No, it is fine. No, I heard from Casimir Alexander that the job was done. Thank you very much for what you've done. You've done a great service. Oh, let's get you paid out. Watches he kind of like he dips beneath the desk for a second, pulls up his chest, and opens it. This is for you. I figured I'd give you a bonus because none of my men were hurt, and the truck is fairly well intact. And here you'll find 4,000 gold pieces. Sorry, 4,500 gold pieces. And I figured that you would also like this. And he slides over a folded parchment with a key on top.
Does it look anything like the key recovered from the truck with the circle and triangle?
No.
Okay.
This is like it's a small little brass key with like this nice little like intricate etchings in it.
That's not a hotel
What
key.
is this
Someone's gonna
to?
get stabbed.
Open the piece of paper.
And you open it up. You see it, and you can quickly imagine it's a deed to a house. I know that you ever wanted the hotel, but we decided to give him something better for the orphanage. It's in the district of Gilding. It's a mansion. Perhaps this will better serve. The hotel has been decided for refurbish. Besides, we got a eager buyer for it.
I imagine children will be comfortable there.
I hope so. The grounds are large. Probably more than enough rooms for more children.
Thank you enough. So I'm assuming that on this is obviously the address, right?
Yeah.
Is this like a house that we've
No, you haven't seen this
looked
house
at?
before.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I have two quick questions before we depart.
Yes.
Does the name Aleknalai mean anything to you? Alale, yeah, whatever it was, the serpent.
I know. No. That doesn't ring a bell. I'm sorry.
And do you know if Casimir holds any loyalties other than your own?
Oh, why do you ask? I'm not sure.
He has a tattoo on the inside of his wrist. A dragon consuming a coin. I have seen it before.
The son of the Horde.
While I've no particular leanings as to the politics of Rivenworth, I could care less about the politics of you and yours, but the Horde tried to kill an ally of ours not too long ago. And
You
I'm
sure you saw
leery.
this?
Maybe you could ask him.
Leave this
But-
with me. I'll be sure to check. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you require?
I don't believe so. I think we...
Directions. I need directions
Oh.
to this place.
This is on 56 Emerald Road.
All right.
if you ever need our help again, this was profitable, and I would be willing to do it again.
Oh, perfect. Rivermurph requires all sorts of help, so trust me, I'll be in touch.
Alovia.
Yes.
Oh, did you have anything? I thought I cut you off.
Oh no, I was just asking for directions, which
Okay.
I got.
Okay.
Well,
Well, if there's nothing else, please.
it is late.
It is. Have a good night.
Let's gather the others and see if they want to see Emerald Road today or in the morrow.
Yeah. As we're like in the car,
Mm-hmm.
question. Do
Yes.
you think that he perhaps wanted us to see the tattoo? I mean, it's weird that somebody would be so careless in letting someone see that. Not to mention it's not in a very discreet spot.
I have wondered the same thing. I am curious where we stand with the Horde now. They have fought one of our allies. We have, before that, we raided one of their homes in the service of the Violet, was it? Yeah, Violet. So we have kind of wronged them. They have attacked us, and now we seem to have worked in tandem toward a common goal. So I'll be very interested to see where we stand with them, but Nicholas should know who works for him. And if they are among the Horde, I think he should be able to deal with that as he sees fit.
What if Nicholas
However,
is a part of the Horde?
Yes. There was some part of me that did want to gauge his reaction. If he became very defensive, very worried that we knew that someone in his employ was part of the Horde, that would be very telling. He seemed to take it in stride very well, though, which may mean something else. I'm not good with people and not good with politics like this, so
Should
I'm
have
not
rolled
sure
an
what it
insight
means.
check, dude.
The DM calls for insight checks. But no, Bastion wanted to just kind of gauge how Nicholas took it to some degree as well. So,
I mean, if you want to, you can.
no, I don't know. Sure.
I don't mind people calling for it. Like, do I feel like I trust this guy? Or...
I just didn't think about it at the time either. But, 14.
14.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Nothing life changing.
Nothing too nothing too crazy. He does seem a little baseline with it, you know. But
so maybe it's like, yeah, some of the people I hire, they're
like
into some shit.
Like noticing like Nicholas, like you could tell like game recognizes game, right? Like you could tell that Nicholas has been through some shit, so he's usually kind of baseline. He doesn't get uppity at all. But I'll give you one thing. Give me just a retrospective perception check.
Perception, I'm better at that. Ooh, and I rolled 21.
Nice, 21.
He has a bigger Horde tattoo.
Something kind of does kind of tick you off, like, interesting. As you kind of looked at him, you notice that one of his eyes seemed a bit more glossy and not as focused as the other.
Or a lazy eye in my notes.
So,
do I know of any like spell effects that create something like that, or if it's just an injury? I mean, I've probably seen a lot of injured people that just have
you've probably seen things like this before. These are usually like tell signs of maybe like an alteration, maybe a glass eye. You're not sure.
Okay. I'll take it.
So then I'm going to leave you. Oh, you guys want to do anything else before I?
Sorry. Did you share that with me, Bastion?
Sure. He'll be like, "Did you notice his Was it the left or right eye?
Oh, right eye.
Did you notice his right eye?
No, because I didn't make the perception check. Well, no, but whatever that is, I feel like that's more Nieva's expertise. Could probably ask him when he's back.
I don't know. I mean, it simply could have been an old injury. I don't know if it. I don't know if there's anything to it, but perhaps let's find Rakan and reconvene. Bring as much of the team back together as we can. See where he and Zeltrin are.
Wait, yeah. Would we be able to message him like, "Yo, you guys at the bar, or did you make your way back?"
Yeah, you can message him.
Well,
What do you want to say in your
Ring,
message?
ring. Rakan, Zeltrin, are you guys back at the detective agency? We got a key for a place.
And as you say that, and as Rakan picks and gets ready to answer, you hear the all telltale sounds of gunshots, explosion. You hear Rakan yell out. You hear it fall out. And then you will
Insert
move over to Rakan. Rakan.
insert SpongeBob caveman meme. Basically.
Rakan, as you're laying there, you look at the Goliath in the face as he turns around to you to ask you if you do know of Alovia. He says, I have to get you out of here. So, what are you doing as you currently look around and you see Zeltrin his chest is slowly rising and falling, and he's seemingly he's starting to bleed out. Can you roll a death saving throw for me, James, on his cheek?
That's an 11.
11. Okay, that's a success.
I am currently. I mean, I, as we've seen in the past, have no idea how the internals of a human body works. So I am frantically trying to stop the bleeding, like putting my hands over the shorts, like getting blood all over myself. I'm just in a very panicked state.
Give me a medicine check. See how well you do to see how much you can do.
The
We
16.
talked about life juice at
16?
one point.
Okay, nice. So you're able to kind of press and compress the gunshot wounds. With that 16, you also notice that you could see that with the amount of blood spitting out, and you get the feeling as you kind of press your hands out, and like your celestial senses kind of extend outwards. Like they kind of react to how your current emotional state. You can tell that this is a little different than Viviana. Whatever this is, the bullets seem to have gone completely through. As you're standing there holding you just hear, what the hell are you doing? Volkan, block the front. You see the glass switches around and puts the shield down as he kind of draws the sword, and he's like kind of holding. You hear the bullets bouncing off the front of it, front of the shield. It's like flying off as the elven gentleman runs over and places his hands. He is going to spend all of his lay on hands. Not lay on hands, sorry, not the rest of one character. He is going to heal him.
Sorry. I'm gonna turn to Bastion. See, I told you people were after us.
I was like,
Told you
Leon,
we're doing some shady shit.
Leon Hands, you fucked up.
Yeah, that's wrong character. There we go.
Sorry, do you want me to open their sheets?
You can, yeah.
Yeah,
But he's
I'll
gonna
do
catch the 3rd level cure wounds on him. So as he you watch as the wounds slightly start to seal up, and he pulls out another pack in order to start trying to.
Oh, I can't.
Oh yeah, you can. You would have to remake them. He's going to pull out another pack in order to try and make a medicine check here to kind of bandage him and get him ready to get him going. Nice, 21 on that. So you watch as he quickly pulls out the pack and starts maneuvering everything around in order to bound his wounds and everything. Even though he's not as strong as Ava, He looks towards you and puts his hand on your shoulder. Now, I need you to calm down. Help me lift him, and we're going to get out of here.
Okay, I will raise. Saying raise the earth sounds awfully dramatic. I'm going to raise a vengeance. I'm going to raise the ground below him in like an oval, and raise him up. So
Okay,
move him
so
out of the way.
as you raise him up, the other gentleman looks at you. Yeah, interesting. So maybe him calling me here wasn't a waste of time after all. So he helps you as you kind of raise him, starts moving back. He watches as the one now as Volcom begins to move back. He's like, Volcom, we're leaving. All right. He starts to back up as you just hear the bullets bouncing off, but then they suddenly stop as he watches Volcom kind of looks toward the attacker. The eye beaming red. And he watches Volcom kind of turns his head slightly. I don't think we have to worry. He's gonna let us leave.
I'm gonna run up to closer to where the red eyes are attacking us.
Okay, so as you walk up, just eyes beaming.
Yeah, I'm just gonna yell out, "Why are you attacking us?"
He says nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna yell again, "Answer me!" but like angrily.
Answer me, bitch!
He just kind of slightly turns his head. Give me a perception check here.
Okay. It's a 24.
24. You notice here something, the same thing that Bash had noticed before, that whatever he's wearing is this glistening black armor.
Mm-hmm.
The eye is like glistening red. Only the left eye is glistening red. You notice one other thing with your 24, that the overall form of it is in the shape of a dragon. Much as it turns its head slightly and it begins to walk away.
Does a 27 hit?
It does hit.
Great. And so I'm gonna Rokan's gonna take a few more steps forward and slam his quarterstaff on the ground and yell out answer me.
Mm-hmm.
And then as he does, the ground below this being shakes, and then magma just shoots up. And the area around becomes difficult terrain. As you
okay.
And
so
that's 28 damage.
Okay, so as the magma erupts upwards, you watch as he steps forward in the center of the magma. You see as he it's like this white mist begins to exit. You see as you can see from your 24 that the armor kind of opens up and flaps, and it's just this steam exits before it begins to inhale all of the magma. You watch as the armor glows red. It's undamaged.
Damn, we just love plot armor.
Oh no, it's not plot armor.
No, it's cool armor that I'm gonna steal later.
Yeah.
It's just, and it continues to walk off. As it continues to walk off, you see now that with each step, he slowly sinks further into the ground as the armor begins to release that energy. The ground begins to melt beneath his steps. As he has this dull red glow as he walks off into the night. You can see it finally peters out a little further off on the horizon. He continually walks.
What time of day is it?
Oh, it's nighttime. It's you guys got back. You guys got back around 9-10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're
9-10.
drinking. So these events are happening at 11-ish.
Yeah.
All right, and nobody fucking saw this besides the people in the bar.
Fuck them people. I mean, well, I mean, like there are like around 10, 11, like in the area where the bar is mostly like a midtown kind of like work area, but like there's no one much people at work. I mean, the bar people in the bar could see there's like other people that are around. I just didn't want to include them in it. I mean, of course, if the people are there, they're screaming and running the fuck away
Right.
because there's gunshots, and then this kid is throwing up magma.
So like, okay, so I want to chase after him, but I'm very emotionally exhausted right now. So I'm gonna walk back to where Zoltran is
Mhm.
and continue like carrying his body.
Okay. Yeah. As you walk over and begin to help carry the body, you see I'm sorry about that. You see as Elvin looks at you as Volkan steps next to you, and he sheaths the sword and puts the shield over his back. He looks at you and then looks at Zeltrin. Don't worry, he'll be fine. And I believe your name is Rakan, yes?
Yeah, who are you?
I'm Lotharis. I'm a friend of Yeva. Adelin.
Eva has friends?
Okay. What? Thank you both for helping me. Why?
Why what?
Why are you here?
Well, I'm here because Yeva called for me. He sent some rude woman to send me a message. And, well, he needed my help, and, well, reluctantly I came. That's why I met this gentleman. I'm here to find my wife. And we have much to discuss. And
Oh,
she
I'm
sent a
still
letter to me.
married. I'm not divorced.
He's actually here with divorce papers.
Surprise! She sent me a letter, talking about her adventures here, about the people she's met. And, well, I had to make my way. Tell me, where are you all staying? Where is this? He just watches. He pulls the note from it and flips an unsung detective agency.
It's down there. 2 rights, a left.
As you guys are walking, Zelda kind of. Hey, Rakan. Do I look cool?
Dick. I'm just gonna place a hand on his shoulder and just rest. I'm gonna get you help.
Yeah, that'll be nice. I mean, this isn't the first time I got shot, but holy shit, that hurt. He looks up to Lotharis and he looks at Lofia's changed. Yeva looks younger. Oh.
Yeah, it's yeah, if this was ever proof enough for you, Zoltran, to believe in gods, this is it. Now be quiet and just rest.
Yeah, okay. You actually pass out again as you guys make your way to the unsung detective vacancy. You guys get in there, open the door. As around the same time, Lovia and Bastion. Would you guys have made it back to the unsung, or would you guys have gone scouring the city?
I think we would have started at the Unsung Detective Agency because that's where we last saw them, and we know which direction that they went in, but we don't know where they went. So we would probably start there and then look from there.
So then, yeah, but at that time, so as you guys are like beginning to open the doors to the unsung, you just hear like the screeching of tires as like Bastion just hits his, and you see them on the porch as they're climbing up.
Just sitting outside.
Yeah, they're about to walk into the house and like the
Oh,
headlight
okay.
just kind of whipped around. Yeah.
We have guests.
Wait, Bastion, stop!
Puts his hand on his gun. Slow down.
You see, as the Goliath has put his hands on his sword and already going to pull the shield down. We might have more company.
So where's our car right now? Are we like?
You're like a little bit further off from there. Like you're just
Okay.
like out of like yeah.
All right. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of keep rolling at like a good 15 miles an hour or so.
Khan's gonna make a perception check because he's being ever vigilant. Okay. And he's as he Lovi, you see the familiar face of Volkan. His eyes soften as he sheathes the sword. It's okay. We're fine.
So Bastion, are you just gonna pull the car up? Like, yo, that's my husband.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna get close enough that he can like address them from the car, where he's gonna start like with the window rolled down, start to lean out. So if you want to,
If the car is going that
starting to yell
slow,
at them.
Alovia. Yeah, if the car's going that slow, Alovia's just gonna jump out and begin running over to them.
Okay.
But
Lovia.
Identify yourselves. At the window.
Just an angry man yelling out the window.
As you do that, you can see as this elven gentleman says from from behind the larger Goliath, and then you can kind of see in the between. You can see Rakan there with Zeltrin, who's laid out on this rock slab.
Rakan, are you well? Are you safe?
No, Zeltrin was hurt. We need to get him to a healer or something.
Did those men hurt him?
No, they helped.
Understood.
Just to point out that Latharis is walking around with a shield that looks incredibly similar to Yeva's. It should be fairly obvious who he is.
I figured.
Yeah.
You killed Yeva, took a shield.
Yeah, that.
You fiend. But yeah.
Volkan. And then, her future soften, and then she kind of studies him, and then as her eyes go from his face down to his torso, waist, his feet, and then her eyes travel back up. She's just kind of studying him, but as she gets to his waist, she's gonna see Zeltrin behind him. Zeltrin! What the fuck happened? And then she's just gonna run over to him.
And as you run over, Volkan, he kind of stock still as you pass by him, and he just kind of watches you pass. And then he shakes his head for a second. Yeah, he was injured. Your friend here was also beset upon by someone. Me and Lotharis here, we stepped in and intervened. We saved him. Rakan has also been shot.
Thank you, Volkan. I'm very happy to see you, but I am very much less happy to see my companion bleeding out.
I know. As you're speaking, though, he doesn't wait for you to finish, and he just grabs you in his large, tight hug. I never thought I'd see you again.
Yeah, she's gonna return the hug. I never thought you wanted to see me again.
Let's handle your friend here, and then we'll talk. Did you guys?
That sounds good.
Head in.
Her eyes are kind of tearing up.
Yeah, you can see his are too.
That sounds good.
He's very emotional. He brings you.
I'm gonna be so upset if Zeltrin dies right here, so let's take care of him.
Okay.
We can't have happy moments in Cass. Focus on the dead guy.
When he brings you down, you guys all enter in as your kind of family sets him on the couch, and you watch his Lotharis. You can see him similar to how in a Yeva-like fashion, he begins to dutifully begin to handle Zeltrin. You see, it's not much to worry about. The bullets, they went into his stomach and then exited out to the other side. They're not stuck in. We don't have to worry about that. He watches you catch another cure wounds, and he begins to continue bandaging him.
But wait, he removed the bullets, right?
The bullets there was an entrance and exit. They couldn't completely clean through him.
Oh shit!
Through
Yeah,
and through are
yeah.
easier to survive.
Yeah, they went clean through him. So we don't have to worry. Magic will definitely fix this. I've already bandaged the wounds and compressed it, thanks to Rakan here. There's nothing else to worry about. Just let me continue watching over him. I promise you, he'll make it.
Yeah, so Rakan, you need heals.
Oh,
Yeah, despite trying my best to like guide Rokan's body and take care of it, I'm very much hunched over. You can see my spine. I'm very hurt.
Once Bastion has parked the car, he'll come into the unsung as well. So if he's
as you
there
walk
now
in-
and sees Rakan really screwed up, he'll render aid.
Nice.
So he'll pull out from his coat a little mechanical spider and put it on Rakan, and it'll start poking him with little needles and start stitching up wounds with little mechanical hands as
Yeah.
I'll cast a cure wounds on him.
Nice. Volkan will also do the same, and plus also dump his lay on hands upon Rakan as well. Yes. Oh, okay. Seems right out of the woods. You watch as he kind of walks over to the blinds and pulls them down and begins to continue looking out. Oh, why are people trying to kill you?
I don't know, I was talking to Bastion about this earlier, and he was like, no, there's nothing to worry about. And I was like, are you sure?
Speaking of which, he walks over to Bastion and sends his hand for a handshake. I'm Volkan, Malovia's husband.
Bastion of the 41st Mechanical Corps.
When Bastion put his little heel spider on me, I would have like kind of heavily, because I've got no strength and can barely stand, like very heavily like place my arm on his shoulder. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright,
I've gotten accustomed to having you around.
Volkan, Bastion, let's head back to the bar. I want to look at those bullets, but frankly, I kind of do not want to go alone.
No.
I think it would be unwise at this point for any of us to travel alone.
Yeah, and then we left Yeva behind in a shady alleyway. By the way, we left Yeva behind in a shady alleyway. Like he went into some portal by some shady dude in a shady alleyway, and we just kind of assumed that he would be fine.
Left behind, I don't know, is an accurate description. He
Um,
decided to remove himself.
well, Yeva is over 1,600 years old. He's going to walk who he wanted to walk. I'm pretty sure he didn't die from old age. He didn't die in 1,600 years. I'm pretty sure he won't die anytime soon. Besides, he's my teacher. He always finds himself in strange things. Don't
I
worry.
knew he did have friends.
I'll make sure that your friend makes it
Work,
to the night.
Brad.
Make sure your friend makes it to the night. If you're going to examine the crime scene, go. We'll be safe here.
I'd just like to qualify. Yeva has a friend. It just happens to be a plant, all right? Leave him alone.
But at that point, I'll leave you guys to go and examine the crime scene as we now come to Yeva Adalin.
Just to qualify, we have gone through the portal, yes.
Yes, you have. You've gone through the portal.
So I look through the plains and I look up to the town. Turn to our librarian. This is reminiscent of Nil Nolari, but
Different.
yes, a lot of you.
As you're walking up this path, grass sprawled around, completely covering the entirety of the plain. It is a bright, sunny day here. The skies are clear, beautiful crystal blue, and you can even smell the sea. And you can just see the spire, and you can hear the magic as you can see as you pass by everyone together. It's akin to a university campus almost. see people practicing and training. And you watch as he just continues to walk you off the path. As he does, you see another portal like spawn open. As you see a familiar Yuanti step through. She looks at you. So you made it.
That I did.
Now you see, I'll let you live. You see she continues to walk off toward the spire. I'm sure.
I'll turn to our line very like, let me
Yeah. Looks towards you and just, I'm sure you have many questions.
No, only one.
Yes. What is it?
Do you have any magic here that can help someone in a coma?
We do.
That is all I'm interested in. I'm sure there are many interesting nuances to the animal. I'm sure there is a lot for me to learn, but right now I have a friend in need.
Understand.
She's different.
You know, when I first met you, Eva, I figured that we were kindred spirits in a way. I'm glad to have met you.
And I you. And usually I would place learning above anything else, but I don't have many friends. I rarely connect with anyone. This woman was different.
Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Zitaz Sharp, adjudicator of the animal.
Is
And
that
I believe
a role of leadership?
Yes, in a way. And I believe that you have something to offer us. I'd like to invite you to join us.
I will do no harm.
We will not ask you to do harm. Although we do have a singular purpose, we head to that purpose steadfast. Nothing will bar us from this. The change is coming, Ava, and I believe a man who has survived over 1600 years deserves this choice.
I understand change and the necessity for it, but I also understand the preservation of that came before.
Yes. That is where we aim to go back to.
You can't go back without preserving that has come afterwards. You speak, I assume, of technology of electrolysis. Rubbish. Of Arcana tech.
Yes, I do.
The end of Arcana tech is... well... those times were not as easy as you might think. I see many benefits to the Arcana tech. Although... we must perhaps be more frugal in its use and more careful. The abolition of it would cause a lot of harm very quickly.
Possibly. But we can't sit idly by while the world is continually raped for its resources.
No, but there is such thing as a gentle transition.
Yes, this is true.
Regardless. Let's focus on this help for Viviana, her name is.
I know. We know. I mean, it's to continue walking forward down the path toward the spire. And as you see that, as you're walking toward, there's no entryway to the spire.
Out of curiosity, what's this spire made of?
To you, it looks just like it's made of stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's magically made, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was just curious out of character.
Yeah. As you walks up to it, you watch as it's sort of like it's just reading him. You watch as the door opens. After you.
Thank you. I'll step in.
You step in, you see now like it just completely opens up into this large, beautiful marble flooring. Above you, you see like you see a ceiling of just stars. It's like a planetarium on the inside. And it's just continually like stars and planets just shifting around, moving. But as you walk in here, you see more. There are more people in here with books, studying and reading. You see, as he walks in, that there are multiple pathways that lead to just different tunnels. And he simply continues walking and takes you down the furthest rightmost tunnel. Before we can help you, we must meet someone first. And continues to walk down the pathway. As you feel a sudden drop in temperature. And then as you feel that drop in temperature, you step on the other side and you see now you're in this snowy field. As it begins to just blow past you. You can feel just the snowflakes touching your skin and flesh. He continually walks you to this. It's a modest sized house. As he steps up and just hits the knocker. He raps thrice before the doors open, and you see a small, flaxen-haired gnome woman who you recognize. You recognize her as Tina. If it doesn't ring a bell, give me a knowledge check.
I'm yet to know what a knowledge check is.
Intelligence check.
Right. It's a 12.
12. Oh, easy enough. You recognize her as she is Tina. She is the gnome assistant to you and Turslin.
Ah, that Tina. Right, yes. I thought she was a halfling.
You know. As you did I look at the wrong person?
She's definitely a halfling.
She's a halfling. I'm sorry, he's a halfling.
100%. That's how I was so
Halfling.
confused. I was like, who the
She's a halfling.
fuck is Tina?
Might
Right,
be.
yes.
Yeah, she's a
Yeah,
halfling.
cool. What's she doing in the snow?
But as
I think
you-
Dave would actually ask that out loud. Oh, what's with the snow?
And you look at her, she's I like it cold. What's the problem?
Unusual for one of your kind, but regardless.
Oh, we're all pretty unusual.
Yes, you put up with a lot for a bit of knowledge, right?
Well, my simulacrum does. Either way.
Ah.
I guess we should probably meet. My name is Yuriza, truthfully.
Okay. Yorisa?
Uriza.
Right, okay. That makes more sense. Well, good to meet you. Again, kind of.
Well, since the thoughts brought you in, come in.
Very well. I'll step in.
So, as you walk in, you watch as she kind of walks up to her, this big, large chair next to a fireplace. She plops down. He watches Thas walks to another little chair. He kind of forces himself into it. It's not as big enough for him, but he kind of just forces himself into it. Just
He's not curling up on the rug, at least.
yeah, no. As you walk in, you find a chair, and as you walk in, she kind of like just gestures as it slides over.
I'll sit very stiffly. Like he looks genuinely uncomfortable. Not even with like where he is, but more the delay.
Well, I'm an adjudicator. And, well, you have a sponsor here who wants to actually bring you into the anima.
And when you say adjudicator, it means judge, no?
Yes.
And there is a group of you that sit as a council and as the heads of the anima, or there are people
Yes.
above you?
There is one above us.
Very well. Can't help having some curiosity. Yes, Zithris. This is not this Zithris, is it? Is Zithash? Yeah?
Yeah, is it us? Yeah.
Zithash. Has mentioned this over to me, but unfortunately, my focus right now is neither on learning nor on understanding, but on one woman.
You don't have to decide now. It's fine. But
I should mention as well, I have an apprentice. I will not hide anything from him. I never have, and I never will.
okay.
He is very like-minded to me, and he keeps my secrets well.
Okay. Well, if you vouch for him, then that's fine.
Very well. Do you mind if I take notes?
Please.
And the book, I will open the book, and the quill will appear. And just begin noting anything of importance. Certainly her name.
Well, I'm Yuriza. I forgot I've abandoned my last name a long time ago.
Understandable. This is a new life here for most, is it not?
Yes. It's mostly peaceful.
Hmm.
But in order for us to help you, we have what we need to help your friend. But we need you to do something for us. I know.
The nature of that?
Well, we need you to enter into a mage's tower in Glyle.
Okay.
It's an old mage's tower.
Not a
They are
problem.
very dangerous nowadays. The old magic has run amok. We changed the tower into something completely different.
Very well. Will I be
There's a
walking in
crystal
alone?
there. No. You
Okay.
can bring those with you if you want to.
It's just I will do no harm unless it is to an undead or a fiend. And even then, it does not come easily.
We wouldn't ask you to do any harm.
Just survive. Very well.
Pretty much.
It sounds
I mean,
enough.
not to say that you won't have to deal with anything perilous, but
Of
you have
course.
friends for that.
Yes.
Well, if you've already agreed to it, then that's all our business. You will be contacted soon. I'll tell you the details.
And
There's a crystal
meanwhile,
there.
she will wait in stasis.
Yes. Once you've gotten what we need,
What do you want with the crystal?
that's a little we need to know.
Yes, and I do.
It's not how
You
this
ask me
works.
to walk blindly and provide you with something that, as far as I know, could create great trouble for someone else.
We collect magical artifacts. This place is only here for magic.
If you swear to me an oath, then I will go and collect it for you, but you must swear it to me. That you will not use this crystal to do harm to another being. Otherwise, I will not retrieve it for you, regardless of the cost.
Well, then your friend will remain comatose.
So what you're saying is that you're happy to help my friend as long as I help you hurt others.
We have our own goals.
Yes, and there's more than one way to achieve them. You don't need to hurt people. You might instead need to persuade people.
Persuasion can work on some people. Others, persuasion does not work.
And so removal is the option.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you're aware, but that's called terrorism.
I'm aware.
Good.
We were also terrorized, all of us.
How so?
Well, my family was definitely. They were murdered, killed. Some by warforgers, some by people who were greedy, some people who wanted to. You see, like, it's as if she's just struggling to even speak the words.
Mhm.
Like, she just chokes them back, and Zadaz kind of puts his hand on her shoulder, and he's actually kind of calms down slightly. Yeva,
Mm.
I understand what we're asking of you is a lot. Your oath. It's what drew me to you.
No, in fact, what you're asking is fairly simple. You're just asking the wrong person. I'm not somebody who assists in any act of terror. I put life first. Everyone's life first. Life is far more valuable than almost anything, although I do stand with you in that the resources of the earth are important, but something tells me that there is more to the Anima's goals than just the protection of the earth.
Yes, we are on the cusp of something great.
As are most people shortly before they fall.
Some of us, not I, but higher of us, have actually spoken to gods.
I speak regularly to my god.
No. No. Not like that. I've seen you. I see you begin to question.
Hmm.
I see falling on deaf ears recently, haven't it?
Perhaps I'm asking the wrong questions.
Perhaps.
My faith is not shaken. I speak regularly to my God. And often he speaks back.
Does he?
Of course.
Just think about it.
There is no thinking to be done. Her life is important to me, but not more important than that of others. There is... I'm willing to make a compromise, but that is as far as I will go.
Compromise? Also.
You want this crystal used,
Yes.
and I'm assuming it is used to deal harm?
No. It's merely a tool. It's... You watch as she kind of like... Zithas kind of looks toward her and she looks up at him. And he kind of just... She nods. We are trying to build a new haven for us. This place exists. Yes, it takes a lot of power to run this place.
I imagine.
It's a constant dimensional plane.
Mhm.
This will help us do that.
Yet when I asked you if it would help you do harm, you said yes. Obviously your
Because-
organization does harm. That's without
Yes.
a doubt. And because you think that I would find furthering your organization in general to be akin to doing harm,
Yes.
you have a very negative view of yourselves.
We do what we have to do.
But you believe what you're doing is right, no?
Yes.
I have shielded my allies while they've shot at others. I understand sometimes that one side must prevail. I merely do not wish to retrieve you an orb that will rupture the minds of humans or create an explosion. You understand what I'm saying? I understand that might be a small line to you, but for me, it's a gaping ravine between facilitating harm and not. What you're doing will provide a haven for people who are lost, people who are downtrodden, people who are hurt, correct?
Yes.
I'll retrieve the crystal, but I would see it done. The creation of the haven, if I may.
That could be done.
Where is this tower?
This tower is in Glial, the ice continent.
That's conveniently placed. Can you facilitate quicker travel?
We can get you an airship, yes.
Good. I don't fancy too long a walk. I also have duties in Ravenworth.
No, at your earliest convenience.
Well, with that concluded, might I ask a few other questions? These
Sure.
might seem unusual to you. Have you ever come across anybody who could replicate magic that they see?
Replicate magic? Who is this?
Say a mage or a wizard who could see you cast one spell and cast it themselves because they've worked out what you've done.
Not even our best mages can do that.
No. Well, there's a legend I heard. Nothing more. I was just curious if it came from here.
Interesting. I'll definitely research this.
Sick. Rubbish at deception checks. Glad we've passed by that one.
No, Zithas trusts you enough.
Yeah.
She trusts you enough. He really likes you.
I mean, I probably would have told Zithas. I'm not telling her. She's hungry. The attack on the animal.
Yes.
What do you do with it?
The attack on the animal?
No, attack on the Ethereum. Sorry, what do you do?
Oh, that is what's used to power this place.
So you want to end the use of Ethereum by using Ethereum?
We do what we have to do.
Okay, I'm just curious. But you don't
It is
mine
what
it
it
yourself?
because Ethereum. Well, let me talk in his voice. Ethereum is a bit of a exception because it comes from the earth. It's not from. It's just a byproduct of the earth. We'd have no problems with using that. No
Just
qualms.
not for Arcanatech.
Precisely. But
If this is
once we can
powered by
practice,
Ethereum, what is the difference between this dimension and Arcanatech? I don't understand much of Arcanatech. I'm still learning. What is the difference?
this is being kept alive by a singular spell. The Ethereum is used as a constant focus and energy provider for it.
Like this. And I'll pull out my RTC lens. RTC? Is it RTC or RTS? RTC, yeah, the Triglass.
Yeah, Triglass.
Which is a Arcanatech item, correct?
Mm-hmm.
This is being powered by a single piece of Ethereum and it casts a single spell. What's the difference?
Down there, this was the spell that keeps this place going was done by a powerful wizard. This isn't just like wielding.
And there we have it. So your main goal of restoring the world to what it once was is so that the powerful will rule, and strong magic is not easily available to everyone.
Listen,
I suggest you take a walk in a hospital. The things that Arcanatech do there cannot be replicated by magic. I am a strong healer. My order is full of strong healers. We cannot do what they do. The sheer power, manpower, it would take to replicate what is done by machines 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I suggest you think carefully before you eradicate all uses of Ethereum and Arcanatech. And how many of your order were alive before Arcanatech was a thing?
before Arcanatech was a thing, order didn't exist.
And yet some of them must be older elves, perhaps? No, they wouldn't join. They wouldn't agree. You don't know what the world was like before Arcanatech. Yes, the strong ruled, but the strong weren't always nice people.
Neither. As always, our conversations are enlightening.
And yet Viviana waits. Persuading my friends to take a trip to a far-off place to visit a tower is going to be interesting, but was there anything else there that they might find of interest?
It is a mage's tower, perhaps.
I
They
don't
may
think
find all types of things. What do you
people.
mean? Probably. The world is full of interesting people all over. Who knows? Keep your
Well,
mind open.
The tower is not putting any people in danger right now.
No. As far as I know, remains inert.
Then I'd be putting purely selfish goals beyond the goals of my friends who are currently doing good things like building orphanages and saving children. It's
Yes.
slightly better than acts of terrorism. Regardless, I will speak to them about it.
Used to.
But if they will not go, I will go alone.
Understood.
And when Viviana speaks again, you should consider her carefully. Not only is she blessed with unusual magics, but she is also a good person with a good heart, who, unlike me, understands the way of the world. I could say that it was an unusual revelation for me, meeting her.
We will. Thank you. As you turn to leave, you step through the door of that nice mid-sized house. Still hearing the fire crackle behind you. You step out and step in front of the Unsung Detective Agency. As you hear the door close behind you.
I'll head in.
You head in. And you see an elven gentleman you recognize all too well.
Lotharis, it's been too long. I'm sorry to drag you away from your husband, but I need
So,
you here.
yes, you needed me here. And now, here I am,
Ah.
tending to a tiefling with a
Yes.
gunshot wound in his
Let
chest.
me have a look. Inspector work.
I've done everything that I can, and if you know... Okay, whatever.
I'm sure you've done everything excellently, but he's a friend. Let me take a
Please do.
look. As I take a look at Zeltrin, is he in any danger of dying?
No, he is in no danger. Lotharis has done very well.
Excellent. I'll sort of inspect the bandages. I'll probably criticize him for
Yeah.
small bad tie, and then I'll take a look over the rest of them. And Rokan, how is Rokan looking right now?
Rokan is stood up from, like, in my head, he was like on self resting. Seeing you walk in and be kind of flippant. I'm gonna stand up.
I didn't, but just to clarify, I didn't ask if he was in any danger of dying out loud. That was me to the
No.
DM. No, he's definitely not being flippant. He's checking on his companions and making sure they're all right.
You just said you was like making fun of your
No,
No.
I would always criticize him if he
Itching.
hasn't done something exactly the way I showed him, but that's okay.
Either way, I'm still pissed.
Oh, okay, you'd be pissed. That's fine.
Yeah, so
But are you injured?
well, yeah, but I've also been healed. So I'm injured emotionally. I was gonna stand up. Where were you?
I was invited to visit the Tower of the Animal.
For what?
They had a request for me.
For
In
what?
response, I'll get there. I was seeking a way to help Viviana. I made a little bit of noise and asked some questions, as you know. As I mentioned, I got the orphans to help me blow up an abandoned house. Lotharis, I imagine, is just looking at me like, what the fuck?
So
we did no harm to anyone, but...
You spent
know that-
1,600 years of peace to become a terrorist. A local...
I've been invited to join a terrorist organization, Lotharis, and I suggest that you join them as well. However,
should have left Liver-
I will get there in a moment. They have asked me...
You and that damn woman.
Yeah, that damn woman. Speaking of which, is Elovia there with Vulcan?
No, they went. They're already gone.
They're already
They
gone,
went back
okay.
to the last light plop. Yeah.
Okay.
When are you gonna let her be?
She's not ready. I'm not ready.
That is not your decision to make.
I'm assuming that's why I'm here.
Then whose decision is it? No, actually, I called you for something very different, but regardless. It's good. Starting an orphanage.
You're
And-
what?
Starting an orphanage, and more importantly, I visited an Arcana Tech hospital, and there is so much for us to learn.
Okay, hold on. I have to wrap my head around this. So, you left Ninalari to start an orphanage. You've joined a terrorist organization. You're working in an Arcana Tech hospital,
Mhm.
and you're in love with some comatose woman. You should have left Ninalari a long time ago.
Perhaps. But
No, he's obsessed with this woman.
Obsessed. Well, this is probably his first woman. And also, an orphanage, you don't have a parental bone in your body. You do not have a parental bone in your body.
we are not talking about raising children, we're talking about protecting them. You should see how they live.
Splitting hairs, Eva.
One is the preservation of life, and the other one is having to change diapers. They are different.
What's happening?
Anyway, Rokan. I went to ask if there was a way of helping Viviana, and they have told me the price.
And what is this price?
It's always a price.
We needed you here.
I didn't expect them to take me in a portal to the middle of nowhere off the street with no warning. I apologize that I...
But do you not see that your obsession is getting out of hand?
We needed information on the anima, did we not? I
Yeva,
met the Yuan-Ti that tried to kill us.
Yeva, bad things
Nice.
happen. People die. You
Yes.
cannot prevent everyone from dying.
No, but we try and prevent anyone from dying that we can. And, Rokan, what we've been doing since we joined up has caused as much harm as it is prevented.
What? Sorry.
We have caused as much harm as we've prevented.
What
Taken as
harm
many
have we
lives as
caused?
we've saved. Those men in the forest?
We were defending ourselves.
Yes, and yet they lie dead.
And if I'm not mistaken, I was the one who was trying to stop that fighting. I was trying to find out why they were fighting.
I was very much in favour of you talking to them. That's why I went to talk to the animal.
You
And
spoke to the anima to deal with your obsession with Viviana,
amongst many other things,
not for
yes.
any other reason.
That's not true.
On that note, I'm going to go make tea. Tea, anyone?
Yes, please.
Lotharis walks off, leaving you two there. I'm going to quick flash. Whilst Volkan, Alovia, and Bastion walked their way back to Last Light Pub, just turning the corner where they see the crime scene. Alovia, Bastion, you immediately as you turn the corner, you see the remnants of what happened here. You see the large puddle of blood, just some Zeltrin. You see the cracked earth. You can see around here. You can see that currently now the pub is closed. It's closed. It shutters down everything. You can see around it now. The area is like pretty much a ghost town.
Is there no like police tape? No one's investigating it?
No one's investigating.
They just
right now,
closed it for the night without being like, hey, something happened at my establishment.
which is weird.
Bartender was tired. He just wanted to go home.
It was a
It's
rough
someone
day.
It was someone else's
is
fucking
weird.
problem.
Okay, that's fucking bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
So the door's locked.
Yeah, the door is locked, but it happened in the front of the pub. Of course, it didn't happen in the.
Okay,
in the pub.
so I'm assuming that there are windows that have been cracked
Depends on
for
what he
the
did.
bullet holes to go through.
No, it happened in the front of the pub, like not like
Yeah,
in the front.
Zeltron was outside.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
they were outside.
Oh.
Yeah, it happened on the sidewalk.
Okay. That's still bizarre. They just closed the bar.
Yeah, it's really fucking bizarre. Yep.
You could probably get the police to like clean it up for you, you know, as they're investigating. All right. Immediately, I'm looking for the bullets.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
That's a 15.
15. You are able to find the 2 shell casings. You see like this. It's all really warped and it's like this brass. It's like really bright brass. As you're holding it though, you don't feel any as if there was any residual magic from it. These just seem to be regular bullets.
So, which may mean that somebody else targeted us. Like they're not a part of the same group.
Either it's a different group, or possibly a warning.
How can it be a warning? This is like a war. Like you just started a war. A warning shot is like, you know, it misses, but it hits really close. Starting a war is hitting not one, but 2 people.
Not in these streets,
twice,
honey.
but 3 times.
Not in these streets, honey.
To be fair, knowing what we are capable of, perhaps this was them ratcheting it back.
What are they warning us of? We're trying to open an orphanage. Are they trying to warn us off from opening an orphanage?
I'm guessing the orphanage thing is the issue.
Not sure. I really don't think orphanage. Really? That must be some orphanage.
I'm wondering
Pull
if
up
perhaps
my
we
phone.
have interfered with the Horde's business in a fashion that they
The Horde.
feel that this is necessary.
What is that? The Horde.
A criminal
Honestly, I don't-
organization that operates in Rivenworth.
I believe
All right.
Novia, we should have stayed home.
Perhaps. Hold on. Give me a moment. Earth to Rakan. Earth to Rakan.
Sorry.
Can you describe? Did you see the people who attacked?
I think it was the same red-eyed person from before.
And but then the person before had blue eyes, didn't they?
Wait,
One
but then the red-eyed person from the one that killed the drow, right?
Oh, that person.
Yeah, that one.
Right. So Bastion Stalker is just a completely different person.
Oh yeah, that's a separate issue.
So you said that he has one eye, right?
Yes.
Okay, so has anybody seen a Cyclops before? I feel like there's like an entire race of them that are just coming together to like murder us and stalk us.
The Cyclops
Rukon-
go far.
Rukon, how do you take your
Actually,
tea?
I don't. I need to rest, and then I'm gonna go upstairs to oh fuck, what's his name?
Jethro?
And I'm gonna follow you.
Yeah. Oh fuck me, man. Leave me alone. Alright.
But before we get to that, before we get to
we'll
that,
come back to that.
So Volkan just looks total over here. This isn't the first time you've run in with him.
well, Bastion has a secret admirer with one blue eye.
Oh,
People who
wow.
are attacking us have one red eye. It's kind of weird, you know, if I had a nickel for every single time we encountered somebody with one glowing eye, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't much, but it's weird that it happened twice.
What's a nickel?
Don't worry, it's a ye old Phineas and Ferb reference.
Oh, okay.
Bastion.
So strange since you've left.
Sorry,
They
I'm a
do
bit
seem
flustered. A
to
lot has happened. But Bastion, is it normal for Warforged to maybe be constructed with only one eye?
The Azure Eye was not Warforged. I imagine this one red-eyed individual was not Warforged either.
But still, it's strange that they both have one eye.
It was not a common trait among our kind in the war.
Watch it be something really weird, like they're actually the same person. They just split personalities, so they just activate one eye versus the other. It's gonna be
Imagine.
something really weird.
That's some anime shit right there.
Yeah. I mean, you watch anime. I don't think it's too far out of reach.
Not too far.
The description of this individual with the red eye, though, seemed similar enough to the Azure Eye that I would imagine they are from the same organization. I think
Oh,
they are the
God.
same problem.
You saw him, right?
Yes.
What was he wearing?
It was like black armor. One gleaming red eye. Yet his helmet, if it was a helmet, is in the form of a dragon.
Any gold on him?
I saw no gold. He was jet black. But then I saw him absorb the magma from your friend there. Made
He
it
does
a
that
part
when
of
he's
himself.
scared.
The individual that gunned down Viviana seemed to have an affinity for fire as well.
Wow.
Do you think it
Well-
might be a dragonborn?
I think it's the same individual. I care not
mean-
what kind of flesh lies under the armor.
Well, I'm just saying that because it'll be easier to track down a dragonborn versus, you know, tracking down basically all of the races that exist in Rivenworth. Because Volkan said that he wasn't even sure if it's helmet. What color are Nicholas's eyes?
They are
Well, if you have to think about it, it doesn't matter.
One
Um,
red and one blue.
they are red.
The assailant, which eye glowed red?
I believe
you
it was the
remember?
left.
That's the eye that isn't bad.
Nicholas did seem to have a damaged right eye. But why? We had just
What
done him a service.
What color is Nicholas's skills?
He's a red dragonborn.
Don't red dragonborns have an affinity for fire?
Indeed, they do.
You know, I was kind of joking this entire time, but I feel like I'm really on to something. Let's go home before we get jumped.
Yes, I don't think it's safe to stay out here. Besides,
Agreed.
I just got you back. I don't lose you again. And you guys walk back down some. And the door opens as Bastion, a Goliath you've never seen before, other than Rackham, and Elovia walk into the front door.
Are we still downstairs, or have we headed upstairs to Jethro's room?
I assumed you've gone upstairs, actually. I completely forgot about that fact. That was in the middle. Yeah, you guys are going upstairs. Well, you see Zelchin there. He's comfortable. He's been cleaned. He's sleeping like a baby. And Rakan, you're upstairs.
Okay, so like I'm like entering Jethro's room and like making my way to the other side, but like I was showing the back, so I don't know if I'd be limping, but I'm certainly like holding on to things and just rubbing blood everywhere. And I'm like hopping on my way over to because it's nighttime, right?
Yes, it is.
Middle of the night.
Mhm.
I'm hopping over to the telescope to look through it.
Okay.
Okay, in your head.
I just need to rest.
Understand, but please, I haven't joined this organization, nor have I made any promises. I've only asked questions. I'd like to sit down as the group of us and discuss possibilities, that is all. Yes, I am very much wanting to help Viviana, but I will not do it at the cost of human life.
What does this group want?
They want to go back to the old ways.
How do they intend to do that?
Unfortunately, I'm not privy to all the details, but the primary goal seems to be ridding the world of Arcanitech. And while some of that might entail attacks on exports of Ethereum like we saw against ourselves, some of it might entail politics and persuasion and many different human things.
What do they ask for in return?
They asked me to locate a crystal that will help them facilitate a second haven. This haven that they have is where mages go who don't want to adhere to the rules of a license, who want to study in peace, some of whom have lost family or are in trouble. And I imagine in return they ask from those mages service, which facilitates their terrorist organization. So I understand there are lots of moral areas here that we need to question. I'm not suggesting we all go join the Anima tomorrow and start terrorizing people who transport Ethereum. I am suggesting that we keep contact with them, and that we consider what they're asking us to do, and whether it truly harms anyone. And also, the main reason for doing so would not be to help Viviana, although that would be wonderful. The main reason is that we would then be able to understand and perhaps help change the way that they work and try a path of peace and persuasion. Your goals may even align with this.
I'm gonna be using my staff as a walking stick and make my way over to sit on the bed, on like the foot of the bed. Say we have this group meeting and we choose not to help them. What will you do?
I'm not sure. Part of me wonders if I'm willing to leave a door like that closed. There is a lot to learn from them. Part of me wonders how easily I will be able to let Viviana go. But a greater part of me looks at the work we're doing here, and I don't know how much I'm a help. I've often held us back.
I'm gonna like raise my head to look Yeva in the eyes. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn it.
I mentioned that I don't know how much I'm a help.
For someone who claims to want to preserve life, you're going down a very unsafe road.
I'm not going down any road right now. I'm only asking questions.
You just said a moment ago that you don't know what you will do.
No, that doesn't mean I'm going to abscond to the middle of nowhere to get this gem for them just to save one life.
And
It
it
might
also,
mean I would return to them with other questions.
but you're also saying that you will
But I will what?
do so.
No.
Your indecision says enough.
I don't see it as predominantly evil, but I'm not sure I see it as good either. I would like to know other people's opinions on it, especially that of Lotharis. I value his opinion greatly. And yours. You don't believe that this is in any way good? That it can be a good thing to do?
Wait, what specifically?
To secure a crystal that may help create a haven for mages. And perhaps
what?
facilitate down the line the end of Arcanatech.
And what happens to everyone else?
Everyone else?
Well, it helps mages. Other people? What about them? Just
No.
because they want to take the world back to where there was no Arcanatech, does that mean the leaders of this group are
No.
morally better than the last?
No, far less. And the time before Arcanatech was not easy. But they did also mention the preservation of the Earth. I think that although, as a whole, Alma is something I do not want to be a part of, there are some there who genuinely are good-hearted and genuinely care and want to prevent the destruction of the Earth. I don't think it is worth severing all ties. But no, I don't think that retrieving this crystal is the easiest or best route. I merely think it an option.
I'm gonna force myself to my feet, desperately holding onto my quarterstaff, and walk round the bed to the side of it and sit down. And as I walk, there are too many ifs to this conversation. And as I sit down, again, Yeva, I need to rest.
Yes, and before you do, may I take a look at that wound?
It has already been seen to.
I've done my best.
It was Lotharis.
Yeah.
I'm Bastion.
I thought it was
And
just
Bastion.
I thought it was Volcan's lone hands. Okay, very well.
Yeah, Bastion did it, Volcan did it, and then
Okay.
off screen, Lotharis also took a look.
Very fine metallic thread stitching
Then
shut
rest
one of the wounds.
and look after yourself. Okay. And I'll give him guidance as I leave in case he needs assistance in sleeping or perhaps in his explorations of what's going through a telescope. And I'll head downstairs.
As you head downstairs, you
Okay,
see.
guidance.
As you go downstairs, you see Volcan. You see Goliath you've never seen before, and you see Olovia Bastion.
Lovia, what's this?
Oh, welcome back, Eva. I was worried that going down the shady alley into a shady portal might have taken you never to see us again. This
was
is
an
my husband,
interesting journey.
Volcan.
Oh, oh my. Pleasure, sir.
As she says that, you see Volcan's like, I know that tone. Hello. You just have to shake your hand.
Pleasure. I'm glad to see that you returned to Lovia's side.
Yes,
She was worried.
so was I.
She's
Right
done
now.
well here.
Has she?
Hmm.
I'm not surprised.
I am a bit worried about getting killed.
As you should be.
Yes, Bastion and Volcan and I, we have our suspicions about Nicholas
Nicholas.
The only thing is that if it were, and then this is more directed towards Sebastian,
Hmm.
if it were Nicholas, he would have had to have leave in the short moments where we last saw him to the moment where I called Rokan and heard the gunshots.
I'm sorry, Alovia. Who might be Nicholas?
Isn't that his name, Nicholas Gray?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
who are you suggesting he might be? You said it might be Nicholas.
Oh,
He's working on a theory that the gunman that fired on Rakan and Zeltrin was Nicholas.
Why?
alright, so this is a long list to go through. So, gunman, red eye. Nicholas, he has both of his eyes, but Bastion noticed that one of his eyes are weakened. And the eye that's fine just so happens to be the same eye that's able to glow. Second, he's a red dragonborn. Volcon said that he
Thanks.
noticed that he might have had a helmet on that looked like a dragon, but he wasn't sure if it was a helmet to begin with. Second of all, because he's a red dragonborn, that means he has an affinity to flames, which is something that we've seen both in the previous shooting and this shooting. Also, we saw that tattoo on Casamine's hand. Bastion brought it up to him. He didn't really seem too indifferent. I don't think he might have been that worried that someone he's a part of his group is working for him.
It wouldn't surprise me if the whole of the Horde worked for you and Tesla.
Oh, and lastly, red is the color that's most difficult to see in the dark. So in the dark, red would have looked like just complete black. Did you know that? Color theory.
You make a compelling argument, though. I fail to say why Nicholas would, with one hand, invite us to help him, and with the other hand, try and stop us from helping him.
I think it's more so we're willing to help you in this aspect of opening an orphanage, but we're drawing the line at you investigating the Horde.
Did we investigate the Horde? Did I miss that?
Yeah, while you were out playing with kids and, hanging out with children, Bastion and I almost died.
Ah, Violet. Well, that wasn't really investigating the Horde. It was more just being attacked by them, was it not? Although I suppose in some manner we were attacking them.
We attacked them. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, and then she's gonna pull it out of her breast because nobody can steal from that place. I got the key to a mansion.
Well, that's good news.
Oh my. Oh, mansion?
For the
Provided to us
orphanage.
by, yes,
Oh.
provided to us by Nicholas for the children.
Makes you wonder what might have raised the money for it, regardless, or how it was vacated. I visited the animal.
And what did we learn?
Okay, so Shady Alley led to Shady Portal, which led to Shady Organization.
Yes.
Got it. Very fitting.
He's upset if you can't tell.
They invited me.
Do we need drinks?
No. It is
Think
quite
so.
simple, but we can get drinks if you wish.
Oh, cans in? Alright.
They,
Pass out of the kitchen.
they're trying to rid the world of Arcanatech. I think that much we already knew. They have a haven within a portal for many that seems to be quite good for a lot of people. And there is a price for helping Viviana. And the price is that I retrieve for them a crystal to help them set up a second haven. And the crystal is not close. We would have to take airship. They use Arcanatech to power their... they use Ethereum to power their havens. It doesn't appear like it's part of their more violent stuff. On which note, apart from attacking us for the Ethereum, have we actually seen the anima do anything wrong? Or heard of them do anything wrong?
Not really.
I mean,
I
do you
think there
think they
are-
built that giant serpent just to be friends with people?
No, I mean, obviously there are implications, but we haven't
It's
actually
very
seen them do
cuddly
anything,
most
have
of
we?
the time.
No, not
I
really.
mean, what about the girl who was kidnapped? That's who we were suspecting first.
We still
And
do.
we had no leads.
We still
so
do,
that
but my few questions of the anima didn't seem to reveal anything. I want to get closer to these people. find out what they really want, and find out how they really operate. But
Do they have a second job? Like a second option?
No, not as far as I could tell.
Internship program.
Yeah, like something that.
There is a man,
don't.
the Librarian, the Tash Show. He's fairly high up in their organization. I wonder if approached alone, he may have other options for us. But I do want to get closer to this organization to find out their motives. And honestly, because I think that some of what they want is good, but a lot of what they want is not.
I'm just saying they tried to kill us, and
Did
that's
they?
not where I draw the line.
Did-
Where I draw the line is, would it be safe for people all over, just in general, for them to have a second organization up? Because they could, just as easily attack people around those headquarters.
From
if
what
they
I could
wanted
see,
to.
their haven is not based in the world itself and can be accessed from all over the place. It is not.
May I
direct
remind you
access.
that of all the little trinkets that I keep in my breasts, there's also the doll maker case, who seems to attack people who work with Arcana Tech, and if they want to rid the world of Arcana Tech, it doesn't seem too out of their profile to attack people who work in Arcana Tech.
No, as I said, there are many questions that need to be asked of them, and a lot of them lead to not good things. But frankly, at this moment in time, the Anima haven't really shown us anything massively worrying. They did attack, but when they attacked us, the majority of their attacks were directed at the vehicle itself, trying to stop the delivery of the Ethereum. They didn't actually try and kill us.
Yeah, it's almost as if they're going for the Ethereum and you're the ones protecting it.
But even
I
in
would
that,
fear their philosophy and what it would mean for me and mine.
Oh,
indeed.
that reminds me.
If
Speaking
they wish
of the
to
doll maker
return to
case.
a world before Arcanotech, what does that mean for me?
I don't know, Bastion, and that is another question. My point is, I don't want to do anything to further their goals necessarily, although Second Haven, I think, would only
I
facilitate.
feel like that's a pretty big goal.
No, well, I disagree. I don't feel like the Haven. I might misunderstand. Can I out of character, Kira? This Haven, they can access it from wherever they want, right? Their current Haven.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So creating a second Haven, unless it provided them some form of power, and I have asked if I do this to be present at the formation of it. I think it is just that. It is a second place to keep people safe. It is not located to one location, but I could be completely wrong. And I am willing to be guided in this. What I do want, though, is to be able to ask them more questions. We've raised so many. The Dollmaker? Another relevant question. Their views on the Warforged? Another question. The girl that was kidnapped? Diana? Diana or Diane? I can never remember.
Is Diana?
Okay, Diana, another question. Is there any harm in being in a place where we can ask them more questions?
Just hope they don't kill us for asking too many.
You both make good points.
The more we know about them, the better.
Zitas definitely wants to get me in the organization. I feel like he'd be willing to at least enlighten me on a few things, even if we don't attempt to help them at all.
I believe that mulling this over currently will give us nothing. Maybe we should get a little bit of rest. Tonight's been
I agree.
extreme.
Did they give me a way to contact them back? Or do I just go to the library?
You can go to the library. They said they will contact you, but you can go to the library.
No, Yeva doesn't like those terms. He would like to contact them. Alright, but on that note, I think a rest is a very good idea. And a pleasure again to meet you, Vulcan.
Yes.
I see you've
Pleasure
made
to
the
you.
acquaintance of Latharis.
Yes.
How did you two meet?
We met on the train here.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
It was strange.
I met Elovia on a train here. And
Really?
Bastion and Rokan.
Did they let
Zeltrin.
you? Did they put you like in the back because you couldn't fit
they
in
did.
any?
Only because of the shield. I don't know why they moved Rokan, though. I still never worked that one out. Or Zeltrin, for that matter.
Oh,
I think he was just being weird.
True. Why did they move
was just
Zeltrin?
sat there.
Why did they move Zeltrin? I never did work
Well,
that one out.
Well,
I think Zeltron had guns.
let's do a 5-minute break, and I'll tell you on the break.
We'll see you shortly.
Welcome
Oh,
back.
I don't know.
Hello.
Hey!
As we come back, you guys are all waking up in the morning. It's a beautiful, bright morning.
Oh yes, long rest. That's the thing.
Long rest.
Oh,
My
we should do
fair party.
I had no spell slots for like 5 hours.
Fair.
Let's
Lost 5 hit points.
And
let's go out and look for the newspaper.
Before we do that, though, I would like to ask Bastion.
Oh.
Did you dream last night? And did you use the disc?
Yeah.
What did you dream of?
A long time ago. Well after the incident from the first dream, when Peltast and Bastion were working at they were masons of a sort. They got a letter from their friend Aslam, who had gone into the Aarakocra city to study with their monks to try to achieve some level of enlightenment. They received a letter from the monks she was studying with that she had awoken from her recharge cycle screaming. That after a full day, she was still screaming. And Warforged being what they are, not needing to take a breath, it's been one constant tone. And so the dream itself is of Bastion and Peltast arriving at this monastery. And Asalam, their commander, she was the commander of the 41st Mechanical Unit Brigade, is just staring at the sky, screaming one long, continuous note before she just collapses of exhaustion, having not recharged for several days. Just screamed for 6 days straight, and then fell dead to the ground.
Well, fuck me, that's cheerful.
Good morning. As you wake and you just remove the disc, did you record this one?
Yeah. And yeah, so there was some backstory and stuff, but the dream was just of him and Peltast like running and then seeing Asalam scream and fall.
As you pull the disc from you, you just get the urge. As you look toward the disc and begin to remember the dream, give me a charisma saving throw.
Ooh, I'm not good at those. I rolled good though. 18.
18. You stare at it and at first you hear this continuous tone. You can hear something as if something that was trying to break through to you. You snap back out of it. You look at yourself and then you... Where did you sleep last night? Or where did you recharge at?
If there's just like a common room, like a living room,
Mhm.
he'll just stand in the corner as he regenerates, so that he can see the front door, and he can see like the door in from the garage, so that he can still stand like as a sentry.
So, as you wake up, you find yourself in a different position than what you went down to that low powered state from. You can see as you're standing up, your eyes focus. You can see Zeltron standing up, kind of clutching his ribs and looking towards you. What the hell, Bastion? As you look
What
to
happened?
your right, you see your fist is through the wall completely.
Never happened before. I'm sorry. I will mend it.
Yeah. Don't want whenever Viviana wakes up to come kick our ass, all right? Oh, Jesus.
Do not want to be bad stewards of her home.
Yeah. He walks by and like kind of pats you on the shoulder. Ow. And then
How are you
walks
feeling?
Actually, I'm not too bad. A little, little weird. I had two elvish men, from what I heard, see me half naked. So I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. They may call things into question. Who knows? We'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But other than that, I feel okay. Ooh.
That's good. I've seen soldiers recover from worse. I believe you'll be fine.
Good. That's encouraging. Okay. I want to go in the kitchen and see. Well, I can't really cook. I guess I'll just wait. And he goes and walks in. And goes into the kitchen and sits down. You hear like the chair just like across the floor, and he just kind of sits there. You can, if you like turn around, you can see his feet just kind of sprawled out. Alovia.
Oh, I'm going to turn to
Go ahead.
Phalanx and just kind of be like, Phalanx, what did I do? What happened?
Phalanx
and it can't speak. It can understand me, but it can't speak. But
sorry, I just had this image of Phalanx just replicating it as a demonstration.
for sketching, make storyboards.
I mean, literally just walks up to the wall and just
like shrugs, like what the fuck? You punch the wall. And after Phalanx kind of gives me no useful information, he just starts doing what he can to repair the wall. Maybe goes out to the garage, sees if there's anything he can do to help fix it. And he's learned and he's proficient with mason's tools. So depending on what the wall is made of, I might be able to patch it very well.
Okay. You find the you find some stuff and some paint and some things in there that you can use to probably fix this wall.
No.
But Alovia, where did you sleep last night? Did you sleep last night?
I would assume. Well, Ilovia's still extremely hesitant with Volcan because she is very ashamed of herself. Very embarrassed, but saying that, he's basically, taking her back into his arms. I would think that they had a very sweet and romantic evening. Just laying there cuddling, no words said, just a very comfortable silence until they fell asleep.
Yeah. So
doing the do is a bit too fast
no
for rekindling this.
I understand. That's why this is why you're setting the pace. So you just wake up, the rays of the sun kind of pokes your eyes as you flutter open and you see Volcan is already awake. He's like, it's been a while since you've actually seen his bare back. He's just up and kind of looking outside and looking at everything. You see he's kind of marveling at this because he's never been out really outside the village. Just, this is where you've been.
Yeah.
And he turns around and why'd you leave?
I felt like I failed as the mother and a wife. I didn't think I could face you again. Nor could I ever face Calais. Even if she wasn't awake anymore. I felt like I didn't deserve to be in anyone's presence anymore.
You sit there and talk. He sits next to you, puts his hand over yours. I know I should have led with this. There is another reason why I came to find you. Calais is alive. She's awake.
But she's evil now.
But she is missing.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I was too busy laughing.
She's got one red eye.
On a dragon helm.
She's alive, but she's missing. Shortly after you left, she awoke from a coma. Speaking about hearing some signal. speaking about some forgotten ones walking amongst us.
God, she actually is evil now. Fuck you, Bastion.
I never said that. But soon after she left, she disappeared. And she
She's
started to
She's 7.
she started
She
to draw
just
this
left.
she started to draw this symbol. I don't know what this is. She hands it to you. You see it's a circle with a triangle that's upside down. I don't know what this means. Have you seen this before?
Does this relate to the doll makers?
No, it's we were in the house and it was the symbol on the window, right? I believe so.
Wasn't it also
She
inside
just
the
left-
box?
It's more like she disappeared.
She's 7. Where could she have gone?
I have no clue. But soon after I got your letter. And I had to come find you.
Yeah, Olivia's getting up, getting dressed.
I don't know where to start. I figured the best thing to do is to come find you.
Seen that symbol before.
You have?
Yes. I've also heard that saying before, which is extremely creepy, in my opinion. Also the fact that she disappeared when she's 7, you know, in a very snowy mountainous area, that also obviously freaks me out. And did so much shit has happened. Did Rokan ever tell us about the incessant noise? No, that was in the letter, right? That Jethro was hearing?
I'm sure I told you guys about it.
Well, okay, well, regardless, it was in the notes, so yeah. Also, we're actually staying here originally because we were supposed to find a man named Jethro. Jethro left us a note saying that, well, he heard some ringing in his ear. So,
No matter what, I could never understand what she was talking about. And I mean, when she woke up, it was like normal. But as the days continued, she began to experience these things. And I tried to get some of the healers to help us. And I don't know. And then she disappeared.
I trust that you searched all of the surrounding area.
Of course. The entire village.
Was she ever magically inclined?
I mean, she was a special
Wait.
child like you were.
Well, I wasn't born with magic. I was just born with potential,
I mean,
whatever that means.
I understand, but Olivia, you were always special.
Oh, thank you. But I'm
No
gonna
problem, babe.
pull out the notebook. I'm gonna pull out the contract.
Uh-huh.
Does the contract ever say anything about granting maybe a smaller person? Well, probably the average sized human, baby Goliath size human power?
No, it says nothing about that. Nothing like that at all.
Alright. I'm going downstairs. I'm assuming that Vokon's following in. If not,
Yeah,
I'll
he's
just
gonna put his shirt on and head on downstairs. Yeah.
Who's downstairs right now? I know that Zeltrin. Oh, Zeltrin's downstairs. Zeltrin, did you put the hole in the wall? I told you not to use guns in the house.
What the hell? I got shot yesterday, and now I'm being
And you're
accused?
already causing trouble.
That wasn't me!
We can never keep our eyes off of you.
Oh my god. I should just get shot all over again. I should just say just stay and sleep. Not even
Hey, Zeltrin, I am glad you're back, but no more using guns in the house.
I didn't use a gun. I'm half naked. Where'd I get a gun?
I don't know. You get a lot of things that you're not supposed to. That's why we got you a harness.
And tell the truth. Did you ever do anything weird to my body?
I don't think so.
And what about that other one? The other.
Now that's the one you should be suspecting.
Oh God! Oh,
I'm not there.
Sure about the other guy. I wasn't here.
and as you said, no, I did not do anything weird to your body, unless you meant heal you. Thank you very much.
He's also not there. If that's alright.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll get
he's
there. You
there.
haven't asked me where I am yet.
You
I'll get
tried
there.
it. You
I
tried it.
tried. We'll rerun that. Okay.
Giving Zeltran probably a little lecture, but then she's going to hug him because she is glad that he is okay.
As you hug him, he's Olivia. There's a big Goliath staring at me. And
Oh yeah. That's my husband.
Oh,
He helped
this
save
man.
you.
Yeah, me and Olivia are just friends. We're just friends.
I don't want no trouble.
It's okay. I'm vocal.
Zeltran's had a pretty rough life. He's a good kid though. Elovia's very flustered. I'm flustered because I can't fucking speak. She's very flustered because A, her child's alive, and B, there's a 7-year-old Goliath saying weird, creepy shit somewhere in the world.
Wow.
But yeah, she's gonna try and make dinner, or not dinner,
make
breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vulcan will, as you do that, he'll wash his hands and start to help you like you did at home. And we will go to Yeva. What are you doing in your morning?
I think we probably talked until 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
You would think it would be interesting, but no, I'm checking on how each plant is and how it's being cared for and all that sort of stuff. And
Here's the notebook.
And then beyond that, explaining the case of Viviana and how it's not only, it's important to him because it's Viviana, but also, we've seen plenty of people in comas and we've never not been able to wake them up again. Normally that's just a sort of a mind healing. It's fairly standard sort of cast a greater restoration and fuck off. So it's very, so we would have had that discussion, and hoped to take him to the hospital in the morning and also talk to him about the animal. And then sort of fallen asleep at, 6 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, we're just simply not up yet, in our respective reveries.
Okay, that's fine. So you guys are in your respective referees. That's fine. So we'll come to Rakan. How you feeling?
Rough.
As you should.
Yeah, I mean, we took a long rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty rested now, but still a bit bruised. I'm gonna get up and get dressed, and then I'm gonna do something I've not done before.
Okay.
What? I'm gonna sit on the bed, cross-legged, with my quarterstaff, over my knees, and close my eyes, and I'm gonna have a one-way conversation with my dad, knowing that he won't respond, but just wanting to.
You say?
Not specifics. I'm just saying to him, along the lines of, what does he expect me to do? Rokan's just feeling very the shock of almost losing Zeltran is making him worried about why he's there, and then seeing how Yeva is making him think is he thinking about it the wrong way? Should he be as extreme as he sees Yaver as? And yeah, we're kind of just very much questioning things.
As you sit there, begin to just have this conversation, just mull over and think it over. You feel like this hot breeze just blow past your face, and as like the window's like slightly cracked. And the breeze blows against your face as you see these two birds land at the windowsill. They peck twice before they look at each other and float off.
I will walk over to the window and open the window.
You open the window. Something out there.
Can I see where the birds went?
Yep. So they're just flying off into a nondescript location. They're just flying. You get like, maybe you're not used to it because you're a human, but you get the feeling that most celestials, most gods speak to others in very odd, weird ways that some may not understand. But with this breeze, it was a very reassuring type of breeze, meant to maybe calm them slightly.
Okay, I'm gonna walk out the bedroom and head downstairs, and as I walk from one end of the room to the other, I'm just like, thanks, Dad. You wonder why people don't pray anymore. And I head downstairs.
Sounds about right. You head downstairs, you smell the breakfast cooking, you hear the popping of oil, I guess, I don't know.
We'll head down.
Yeah, and closely behind you, Yaven and Latharis.
Everyone is down here. I have some good news and some bad news. Good news
great.
is that my daughter, who I thought was dead for the past year, is actually alive.
Oh,
Bad news
nice.
is she's missing and she's only 7 years old. I don't think she can
Shit.
handle herself out in the world.
Oh,
Well,
Lovia, that must be difficult. But it's good that she woke.
She might be I don't want to say this, but she could be dead again. It's a dangerous place out there.
can't think like that.
She almost died once.
Our
It could
daughter is
happen at any
strong.
time.
I think
Our daughter is strong.
you have seen the line of writing her off as dead. If she's anything like you, she will not die easily.
If you need the service of my blade or phalanx, we are there for you.
Thank you very much, Bash.
Where would you look, Lovia?
That's the thing, I have no clue. Volkan said that he looked all around the village. No sign of her.
If we don't know, maybe we should take a trip to Sebastian Larouche.
Who?
He's a
charlatan.
fortune teller.
And I don't want to see him because I might have scammed him a few days ago.
Well, we could also ask the animal.
We could
I think
also
that's
ask
fair enough.
the child.
Yeah, okay, let's go to Sebastian. It's a very quick 180.
A place where we can sending the way that Yeva contacted Latharis. Can we use that grumpy lady to allow Alovia to contact her child?
They contacted a location. Latharis here is also capable of doing that. But
Yeah.
you need to know where. Exactly where.
No. My apologies. I thought it was centered on a individual.
Alovia, I understand that this must be our primary concern. I was going to go by the hospital.
Wait, I'm sorry. For sending? Sending is an individual.
Yeah, but you need to know where they are, right? Or at least you need to know them personally to send it to them.
Yeah, I believe so. Let me just double check.
So,
I think
in
you
the
do
case
need
of the woman in the
idea
post
of-
office who's sending, she's sending messages, she's sending to a location, right? As well as a person. So that's how she's doing it to someone she doesn't know personally. But if You either need to know the location and the person, or you need to know the person personally.
Well, she used you as a bit of a what's
As
the
a
word I'm
channel.
looking for? Yeah, pretty much. That's what she used you for. I mean, it's a possibility it could work, but because just by how sending works.
What are the
Uh,
logistics of knowing them personally? If Elovia tells your thingy,
Atharis.
him tells him a bunch of information about her daughter, does that mean he then knows her personally enough to send
No.
it?
Not really. Like it's really weird there,
Okay.
but for what
I guess it says creature with
Yeva
which
did.
you are familiar.
Yeah, with your familiar,
Oh.
like it could possibly work.
Lord Atharis is more. I'm sure you'll be willing to try for them.
I have no problem. Besides, daughter, I have no trouble. Please, explain her to me. Do you have any effects of her?
Volkan, do you have any? Well, sorry, we don't really. I would provide a photo, but we don't really have those. Where I'm from. God, that's really hard to describe. Like, I don't know. She looks kind of because like, if you know somebody personally, how would you describe them, right?
Start
Somebody's
simply,
like,
Elovia. Start with physical characteristics, and talk to me about how she was as a child, how she was emotionally.
well, they say that toddlers have their personality developed at around the age of 3, so she's always been very hyper, playful, energetic. That's the word I'm looking for. Very energetic, but she was also very happy. She had a lot of friends, very outgoing, compared to me when I was her age. She had short hair. She was probably of average height amongst her peers, so like probably I don't know what an average height for like a 7-year-old toddler or not toddler child is. In Goliath terms, 5 foot, 4 foot,
Probably 5 foot.
somewhere around there. Short hair, dark, kind of like mine. She had Volkan's eyes. Her nose shapes was more similar to Volkan's.
Is that all?
Do you want more?
No, I
Her
can.
name.
Hello.
Got it. Okay, I will try. I'm going to roll here. Let's just see. Closes his eyes. Begins to concentrate. It begins. Kale. Oh! And he watches, he kind of like. His face kind of crunches. And he's. Oh. I'm not sure.
What happened?
I'm not sure if that was her, but something blocking me. I'm not sure exactly what that was. It was a terrible sound.
We had this when we tried to contact Jethro. Another reason to bring Viviana back. She has strange ways of locating people. But, alas. Perhaps we might split our focus. Olivia, you wanted to speak to Sebastian LaRouche, correct?
I mean, if that's my best option, I have no other choice.
I'd like to perhaps ask a couple of questions of Zithas regarding your daughter and the nature of her disappearance, and also that of the disappearance of Diana. I wonder, Rokan, if you might come with me.
Sorry, out of character. Are you asking me to come with you to go to the Annabeth?
No, just to speak to Zithas in the library. But he is of the animal.
But I don't know that, right?
No, I've told you.
Yeah, he told us.
Very well.
I don't know if he'll share any information while you're present, but it might be worth it.
You
I would
know,
like
I
that.
suddenly feel like my purpose for seeing Sebastian has been ripped away from me.
Ah. Hmm.
God, everyone just wants Rakan to go with them.
No,
And
well,
We
at the
love
end
you,
of
we
the-
have an
Rakan.
orphanage too.
I mean, if it's going to stop you from going to Sebastian, then I'd rather go with Olovia.
Well,
'Cause I
no,
would
like,
go.
No, if,
didn't you want to see Sebastian? That's why.
I did.
oh,
That's why Lovia was like, okay, yeah, I'll go with you.
I don't particularly remember why I did, but I
Yeah.
did.
So this is
I
you guys
did.
decide what you want to do. Bastion, what would you like to do?
Bastion wouldn't mind visiting Solomon Lane.
Okay.
There are
We
so
have-
many names. Who is that?
The Arcanotech.
Oh,
Ah,
right,
big
right, right,
word.
right, right.
and together we might all have a look at this mansion and begin
Hmm.
thinking about setting it up.
Okay, team, ready, break. So okay, Rakan and Lovia is gonna go to Sebastian. I'm sorry, what Bastion?
Yeah.
Oh, I said hands in, 1, 2, 3, break.
Oh yeah, break. Okay, so yeah, Rakan is going with Olovia. Volcano, of course, is gonna go to Olovia to see Sebastian. Yeva, you're gonna go to Sadas Mano Imano.
With Lotharis.
Okay, yeah, with Lotharis go with you.
And I wonder if Zeltrin might go with you, Bastion. Just so that we don't have anyone alone.
Agreed.
Zelchin's like, where are we going
Are you
again?
Sure
Don't worry
are you
about
sure
it.
it's a good idea to bring Zeltrin?
What's
You
that
know
supposed
what?
to
Yeah,
mean?
bring him. I don't leave him. Don't leave him alone in the house.
Again, I mean, I asked, what does
Okay.
that mean?
First of all, when I said maybe you should bring Zeltrin the first time. No, when I said maybe you shouldn't bring Zeltrin, I thought that you might need more rest.
Oh.
But then I realized it wasn't a good idea to leave you in the house anyway.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay.
Fair
I'll
enough.
go with Bastion. Okay.
Stitcher is becoming better and better at repairing biologicals. And I'll pull out my little mechanical spider. Has
Get
its
that
little
thing away from me.
thread.
I don't like spiders.
Stitcher has saved more than one biological life.
Oh god, I don't even like the way you say biological life. Okay. All right. I'm a tiefling.
Might I take the key? Lotharis might
Oh,
be able to
yeah.
set up some stuff.
Yeah, I had put it on the table the previous night. Speaking of which, newspaper.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We have 2 cars, correct?
Yeah, any murders?
Yeah,
Correct.
you have
Yes.
the Phoenix and you have the Viviana's car.
Okay.
Mm.
You will
li-
gladly take the shit car.
Okay.
Because he's more likely to crash it. But Ilovia, where did you want to go? To Sebastian? Do you know where Sebastian is? He was in Lohang, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very much not the direction of the library. And Solomon Lane is also... the 2 drivers are the 2 people that don't... Did you fancy your first driving? Fine, Ilovia.
He's been learning.
Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps you
I
might
mean,
take
I
Viviana's
drove-
car.
I drove from Sebastian's to the ID place, which reminds me, I gotta go back there. At full speed, so I think it'll be fine.
Okay, if you want to take that car, then perhaps Bastian might drop me in at the library.
Library. Okay.
Agreeable.
Okay. So Bastion goes ahead and drives to the library, and Lovia, Volcan, and Rakan get in the car and head to the Lohang, where Volcan sits in the back. What is this now?
Oh. This is Volcan speaking, right?
Yeah. Don't you hear the deep sexual chocolate voice? No, go ahead.
There's going to be a lot of things that you're going to see that you don't understand. This is just all a part of the way people live. It's called Arcana Tech. It's technology mixed with magic.
Interesting. Okay.
So
Um,
there's going to be a lot of these things, but this is called a tarot car.
Oh, interesting. And you know how to operate this thing?
Nope, but let's go anyway.
Oh,
I love the idea of wielding a car. That's exactly what Olovia's about to do.
and you
Hey, that's
drive off?
exactly what I did session 1 when that car fell on.
Oh,
Um,
you did a little bit. You did a
Yeah.
little bit.
Wielding it.
Yeah, and guys head off and drive to Sebastian's. Bastion, go ahead and drop off Yave and Latharis at the library.
As we're in the back of the car, I'm literally turning to Valaris and going, I can drive one of these.
You're lying. I don't believe you.
I can. Very slowly, but I can.
I
To
believe
be
you when I
fair,
see
the
it.
engine drives. You just operate it.
Precisely. This is why I do not believe Yave knows how to drive this thing.
We made it. A long journey, too.
That's why
Sure.
the Germans say "Ich
It
fahre."
might have been shorter if Bastion was driving, but he needed to rest.
So you're telling me you turned the wheel and hit the gas pedal?
Yes.
You sure this thing doesn't misty step somewhere? That's not considered driving.
No, it just travels. Anyway.
Okay.
I promise you. I'm getting used to this Arcana Tech stuff. Look, I've got one of these, and I'll take off my drift globe, and it'll sort of glide around. And see, very
Yeah,
useful.
I thought you were gonna say, and I'll take out my gun.
Oh yeah, one of them too. Take out my drift globe.
Yeah,
and
show 'em
see how it
this.
just
Toss back a
goes
gun.
around at my command.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I can't wait to tell my husband this. And you guys get off at the library, and Bastion heads off to the Incarnate Collective. I will start with a little weird one. You guys make your way over to quite there were some tricky parts there. You can see Vakan in the background kind of just as like you make these turns a little rough, but you get around there, you're obeying the traffic signals. You've seen Bastion do this. You got this. But you finally make it to Sebastian's. The same larger, like the same tent. As you enter and it gets larger inside. And you can see him just in the back of the counter. Ah, so you have returned again. Last time you left, that was quite rude.
What you're talking about?
No. I know you remember. I can see it in your eyes. You remember.
No, I don't. Who are you?
Okay, I will talk to you, young one. What do I have the pleasure?
I'm gonna take out the business card he gave me all those many moons ago, which was probably only like a week ago. In cast time. You gave me this once. I'm gonna hand it to him.
Thank you. Disappears.
We've come to ask you your help.
Ah, so what do you need from Sebastian Lelouch?
To find someone.
Looking for someone. Who might it be? Don't tell me. Tell me. Who?
Do you not know?
Do you want me to try?
Sure.
I will attempt.
This-
Let's see.
This is a test run to see if he's good or not.
Well, the whole reason why Rakon wanted to go see him was to see if he really could.
He rolled really high too. It's not for you. That's for you. Your daughter, Calais. She was attacked. Animals, wolves. She was in a coma. This man here is your husband. Volkan? And you watch the Volkan. He's a sorcerer. Oh. It seems that she has awoken? So you look for. How close am I? Don't tell me. I'm exactly on target.
That's incredible.
I know. Thank you.
So where is she?
That is a completely different matter. Let's see. So you watch as he kind of like he moves back, and as he does so, you see as the room kind of shifts with him, and then as it shifts, you see as yourself as like it's as if you saw him move but didn't see him move back, and then you see in front of him is this large basin of water. You see it forming ripples, but there's no wind in here. The ripples form and hit the edges. Let's see. Much as he looks at it for a second, he pricks his finger, drops in a little drop of it, and he has to fill out the water. And he says, "Please, one of you." And he hands his hand to either Olovia or Vakon. "Please. Blood of your
So I'll
blood."
give
Yes.
him. Yes.
And as you hand, you see he just slightly pricks with a knife, just a little bit. He squeezes the tip of your index, and the blood, and they mingle inside. As it begins to kind of spread out like this, the water turns completely red and then it goes black. And you watch as he. Miss, are you ready? Dunk your face
Yeah,
in the
what?
Dunk your face
Okay.
in the water.
Quick question: why do people always pick blood from the tip of the fingers? Why that spot?
Would you rather take it on your wrist?
I mean, it hurts
Well,
more.
yeah.
You've got a lot of nerve endings in the tip of your finger.
Yeah,
You're
like
gonna
you
be
have a lot of
painful.
nerves on the tips of your
You really go
fingers,
for
so
the
it hurts
back
a
of the
lot.
arm because there's very little
Yeah.
vascular tissue.
You want to find your
it's more
daughter or
weight.
not? Are we going to talk semantics?
Face in the water. I was just wondering why they always do that.
I always hate when they go for the palm because the palm takes forever to heal because you keep
You
moving
keep
it.
moving it, moving
And you
it.
can't not, so you're gonna keep breaking the scab. I always hate in TV movies when they go for the palm.
You dip your face in the pool. Let's see. The water's cold. And as you dip your face, you expect to hit the bottom, but you don't touch a bottom. You just begin to continue going to this blackness, this void. You open your eyes and you expect to feel this rush of water, but nothing. It feels as if you're just falling into this pit. Just cold, sheer coldness. And as you're beginning to fall lower and lower, this white light begins to apparate before it spreads outwards. And at first, you see the mountains in Avashon. You see the village in the horizon. It's been a while since you felt the snow under your feet and the flurries hitting your face. It's refreshing. You breathe out, your breath just puffs steam. As you begin to focus, your eyes dart around, looking at the tops of trees and over the mountains as the sun is slightly dipping below the peaks. Your eyes focus as you see a small form running through the snow. It looks familiar to you. You see she's running. You see Kale running through the snow. You step forward and it's as if you commanded it, as if you've used some magic, but you step forward and you are in front of her as she runs through you as if you're not there. You feel her pass through you. You feel that pit in your stomach kind of fall. You turn as you see this door stretch open. You see this purple energy crackle. You see as she steps and stops in front of the door. And you look as you see stepping out from that door a warforged. Eyes azure in color, glowing blue. You
Eyes,
see as she
right?
steps forward.
Both eyes, right?
Both eyes. Both eyes.
Okay.
You watch as she steps forward. And he opens the cloak. She steps in, and they both walk in the door as it closes. Suddenly you feel water fill your lungs as you're thrust back out. Your face wet and drenched as you swing back out, inhaling deeply. And Volkan, you feel him grab your shoulders. Lovia, are you okay? Did you see anything?
Yeah, I did. Were there any descript features of the Warforged?
Oh, you know who that is. That was words.
Okay, so this better not be fucking revenge for us ransacking his room. Alovia's in shock right now.
Volkan kind of like takes you to the side and he's like holding you. You watch as he kind of pulls this like nice little cloth from his just from like underneath his like his plate and begins to kind of like rub your face so you can kind of just dry you off and like pulls your hair back and starts to dry it off and like tie it off for you so it's not in your way. He finds a seat and like, here, sit. LaRoche, she says, it seems you saw something good. Well, perhaps something terrible.
You have to find Bastion.
Before you leave?
Okay, bye.
350 for the reading.
Oh, fuck you. I don't say that out loud, by the way. A lot of
As long as I
things
get
that I
paid.
say out loud shouldn't be. Everyone's okay with that, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Because not you. Shut up.
Please, not in front of your husband.
Hey, I wasn't married because of my otherworldly ladylike poise.
Yeah. Takes the gold and shoves it in his sleeve. Have a good day. Unless you want another reading.
Ask.
What other reading?
I'm not sure. Do you need my services or are we done?
What are your services?
I am a diviner. I am a fortune teller. Do you need your fortune told?
How far into the future?
Well, it depends. Depends on what the cosmos want to show me. Depends if it's strong enough.
So there's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee in life. You should know that above everyone else.
Very.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Sorry. Have you ever thought of using your forces for good?
Oh, I've heard that speech before. Maybe.
I'm just wondering what your answer is.
Depends. I've done the good thing. I've done the bad thing. Right now, I like being in the middle.
Your gift seems to be a very fickle thing. Must be very frustrating.
Could be. Yeah,
I will
maybe
take
not as
your lead.
frustrating as your father.
Excuse me.
Oh, nothing. I said nothing.
What about my father?
That's a conversation for another day. Please leave. I've had enough.
No, tell me about my father.
How are you gonna kick out customers
Innit?
that can give you money?
I've been paid.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
pay you
done.
for this service. What about my dad? Sorry, that
How
was
much
not
are
Rakan like at all.
It wasn't. How much are you willing to pay?
How much do you want, magician?
Give me a number. And I'll tell you if it's meets or it needs to go higher.
I'm gonna like.
gold.
I'm gonna turn to Logan. How much can we afford to spend?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, we don't have nearly as much money as Well, I mean, we haven't really done anything, but might want to try to save up. We have 7,200, by the way. And 19. So you tell him 19, so it evens out to a nice number.
You have the 1,300 gold we found in the truck in there?
I don't think I do.
Great. 13,000.
Make a deception check.
We don't have that much.
Deception? I ain't lying.
You said 13,000 or 1,300?
1,000. Wait.
We found 1,300 in the truck.
Oh,
with the
1,300. Sorry.
4,500,
Oh, yeah.
4,500 we recently got.
Oh,
We should have just in excess of 8,000.
Sorry, that was my bad. 1,300.
1,300.
That's a suit of plate. Almost. You don't gamble with that.
Oh, 1,300?
Yeah.
Putting that up?
Yeah.
Let me see it. Present it, please.
Do we have it on us?
Alright, I'm gonna... I do. Well, technically, I do, in terms of D&D
Sure.
rules. I am going to reach into the sweatiest parts of my boob and pull it up for him.
The under boob.
Yeah, basically.
You hand it to him, he's just like,
It's like slightly,
Moist.
it's a little moist.
well, thank you for your bosom money.
You're blessed to have my bosom money.
It smells like sweat and blood. Have you
You
been
didn't care
bleeding
what it
recently?
smelled like.
Oh, I'm a woman. You can't ask a lady if she's been bleeding.
Have you been
recently.
killing things recently?
Look, you got your money.
Well, your father, Plutarch. This isn't the first time he's done this experiment. And this isn't the first time. Well, I haven't spoken to Plutarch in quite a while.
What do you mean experiment?
Not really
You
experiment.
mean it quite a while.
But this isn't the first time he sent someone down here to evaluate. What I'm trying to say is that there are more like you.
I have a question.
Yes.
To you, Kira.
Oh, what's up?
Because we've not actually really talked about this. Honestly, in my head, I always thought that like what Rakan's doing is almost like a rite of passage that gods do.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you're going with this, or is that not where you're going with this?
Not where I'm going with this.
Okay, fine.
I mean, that could still be what Rakan believes.
Okay.
That didn't actually come through on stream, but well, that's fine.
How have you spoken to my father before?
Do you really not remember me?
What are you talking about? I met you once on a train.
Interesting. Oh. Well.
Do I sense a power from him? Like a power that is much, much greater
Make an insight check.
than your measly little wizard man. That's a 15.
You definitely do.
Okay.
No, Rakan. Well, does Savras bring anything in your bell to you at all?
I don't know what the Savras are.
Savras is my name.
I thought your name was Sebastian.
So you're a liar.
That's what I tell you. But my name is Savras. I'll leave you to mull that over. I grow tired of this conversation already.
Okay, so this is like some deity god thing that's actually like the weird uncle that you see like maybe once a decade, and he's like, "Oh my god, look, you've grown so much." And he is again a deity, the weird uncle, and he's begging mortals for money.
I gotta get my kick somehow.
Fair enough.
I'm going to slam my quarterstaff on his counter. What is your connection with my father?
Maybe I'll tell you that later.
No later, magician. Tell me.
You're overstepping your bounds, Rakan. You got that temper just like your father. Either way, it's time for you to leave. And he watches, he waves his hand, and you're outside. Why do you always cover your mouth? It's the funniest shit.
Because I know what I want to do. I don't know if Rakan is really into destroying people's property.
Oh, Elovia is.
Oh, it's not there anymore. It's gone.
Oh.
The whole thing is gone.
What the fuck?
Ooh. Oh, real quick to the DM. Real quick, if I can do this, I want to go shopping for it. Would it be possible to embed my arcane focus, which is an orb, into my warhammer, thus making my warhammer magical and an arcane focus?
Ruby of the War Mage is a common magical item that could cover that need.
Yeah. I don't mind going to that. It'll be a pretty expensive kind of thing, but you can probably do that. I wouldn't mind you doing that.
Again, all of our life savings combined.
And on that note, we will switch to Bastion.
Alright.
As you've got out of the car, dropped off Yeva and Latharis, you made your way into the Incarnate Collective. You flash the badge, you flash the pin, and before you know it, you're back down into that familiar lab. As you see Solomon Lane behind his desk. You see is like he still has the Triglass Spectre headset on as he's looking. He's dealing with some form of weird Arcana Tech apparatus. And before he kind of hears you approaching, he looks up. Oh, welcome back, Bastion.
Thank you. I have done as you have requested, and he'll produce the disc.
He takes it from me. Oh, we should examine this now. So you watch as he gets up and leads you over to this area where it's a wider area with the you see this large, it's just like a large wall. You watch as he walks forward, and as he swings his hand around, you watch as he hits a button, and from it this other disc spawns up. It's just slightly bigger. It looks like it has like a small little recess. He places the disc inside as the it begins to glow on the outer edges, and you hear this hum as it expands outward. You watch as it turns like vertical, and then it forms this picture on the wall, and you get to see your dreams play back. And as you sit there and watch, I didn't know that the Warforged dreamed so vividly.
They are memories. They are but different. I don't know how you biologicals dream, but mine are like appended memories, altered memories, shortened memories, changed just a little bit.
I tell you this, Bastion. It's not much different than ours. This is amazing. Bastion, give me a perception check.
Oh, 21.
21, nice. As you're both watching, looking it over, You then see a quick glitch in it, and it kind of like catches you off guard. What's wrong, Bastion? Did you see something?
I believe your recording device malfunctioned for a moment.
Impossible. Watch
Play
as
it
he,
back.
and he goes over to it. You watch as he drags his finger on the disc, and it begins to like has like a little red glow following the green as it swirls back. You watch the dream rewinds, and then you see the glitch again. You just,
There. Did you see it?
yes, you did. Interesting. Give me a second. Rewinds one more time. He watches. He takes his 3 fingers and begins to rotate slowly. He slows it down. He gets to where the glitch is. You see, like it's just the dream kind of like fades away slightly. You just see this black mass, and then in the middle of it, you see what looks like this large machine-like entity in the center. What in the world is that? She look at it. Heard of what?
You ever heard the name Xylos?
No, I never have. But
Never mind then.
something weird. Something else weird. You watch as he takes another disc and puts it to the side, and because it's heard him at the same time. And then you hear this piercing. It's like this piercing sound. And you recognize this sound. You recognize the sound as a signal that some of the other Warforgers will continue to do. But then you hear something deeper behind it. You hear a female voice. You hear it say, "I'm almost here. We all walk amongst you." And then
I'm gonna look at Solomon Lane to see if he's hearing it as well.
you can see in his face he's hearing it also.
Okay. It's not my madness then.
But-
It's not just my madness then.
Maybe this is Bastion. I'm going to ask you to do something that you probably won't want to do. I need you to bring a Warforged here from the Black Zone.
Why?
We need to know if this is what's going through all of them. This could be the key to solving their madness.
We'll do all that I can.
Good. Let's get to the bottom of this.
I have consigned many of my own to the Black Zones. I would like very much to take one out to help him.
Let's try it. Let's see what they dream of. And on that note, Dave, I'm sorry, but I think we should end.
I mean, we've got more time to think about Yeva's cool thing.
This too. We come to MVPs. I'm going to start with Lavi. While she eats fruit roll-ups or Twizzler or whatever that is.
It's Twizzlers.
Oh, okay.
I would need to say, Bastion just completely ruining the moment where Vokan reveals that Kalei's alive by saying she's evil now. And then it turns out that she may actually be evil
I
now.
didn't do that. Miyago did that. That's different.
That was so funny, but it ruined
was
the
hilarious.
moment so much. I love that. That was great. There's a lot of moments where like the moment was just ruined and it's just fucking hilarious. but that was probably the top one.
That's hilarious. Bastion. Yeah, go.
I really like the Oracle pool. That was my note. The pool that the Sebastian had. Just the description of that. There was kind of a very cool element of like, going into the pool, but the pool being obviously more than what it seemed to be. That I really appreciated. Yeah, that's what I wrote down. I'm going with Oracle pool.
Cool. Jasula.
The Oracle pool was cool. It gave big Galadriel vibes from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I'm quite excited for the existential crisis that is going to be Rokan in the next episode.
Yeah, the boy is so special.
I mean, gosh, is he going to be freaking the fuck out when we pick this back up? But yeah, I just think like there was a bunch of revelations this episode. So I think all of them were really good. Like, even though I think that argument discussion that happened between Rokan and Yeva was needed, I particularly like having it. And I'm a bit worried that I'm now making my way through the room, so I don't know if Alovia's next or Zoltran is, but so yeah, just all of those.
And last, James.
Bastion's Dream. It was a big.
Bastion's Dream was great.
That was brilliant. The idea that the reveals from Sebastian LaRouge have been sitting there for 10 sessions and we just refuse to go near the fucker. That just amuses me from a DM standpoint of like, I'm really waiting to tell you you've got brothers. Would you please come and visit me for a seeing? How many more people can I cast mysteriously into the mist as a DM before they visit this fucker? Like, it's just constant idea of him being around. And just, yeah, I mean, also just weirdly, the portrayal of Latharis, which is, in the nicest way possible, it is so fucking far away from what I had in mind.
Oh, what did you have in mind for him?
He's like a gay socialite.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, like he's all like talk philosophy and like loves going down the medical wing and that sort of stuff, but then like he's also got the deep respect for Yeva, so like, yeah, whereas you played off as he's like the sort of the scolded child, and I was like, that's interesting. I mean, the man's 500, like he knows what he's doing. We just have a strange relationship, but yeah, I mean, I liked that. I wonder whether, when I was doing this, I wondered whether Lavi was having the same process with Volkan as like, how did she picture him and how did he come out?
Yeah, is Volkan like that, or?
Honestly, I didn't really have like a strong, like, because it's very hard. Because like the way I pictured him, Kalei would need to be in the, like, it was more of like a house husband. But now that Kalei is missing,
Do you like Volkan?
yeah, I do.
I guess the
Very
difference
cool.
is that obviously I've developed Latharis as a character that I thought I would be playing.
Yeah.
So obviously I put quite a lot into like who he is because I thought I'd be playing Latharis. May still happen, FYI. Yeah, because I ain't getting any of these people to come with me to some dodgy ass Mystics Tower in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it's choices.
Well, I do quickly want to say that I'm very much looking forward to going to see Brilliance again.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
but
Ilovia's
Not gonna brilliance.
Ilovia's gonna be in a blind rage.
blind
Like this guy took my daughter. You know, like she's gonna be angry. Just a warning.
Yeah, well, that's
It's
fine.
okay, because when we
Anything
pick
else?
back up, Rakan's gonna storm off anyway, so you can be angry with your husband and not like me.
Kira, your MVPs?
Yeah, this is another great RP episode, and yeah, to Revelations, you guys finally went to go beat Sebastian, which was hilarious. I was like, I'm just gonna leave him here. They'll talk to this guy eventually. I mean, even though you guys have a whole bunch of other shit to do, but yeah, it was just Revelations. the story's moving forward, and now some of the dots are starting to come connected a little bit, but then there's also more shit that's expanding now, which you guys will eventually see, which is great. I just can't wait for future episodes, so I can give it all you got.
I think there we will end. Thank you so much, guys, for playing. Thank you, Kira, for providing the session. Thank you for being here, people. And if you guys would like to say goodbye,
Goodbye.
Auf
Sweet dreams.
Wiedersehen.
we shall end there.